Yo, 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 yo. It's good to be back. It's good to be here. It's good to be alive. It's good to represent the green side of things where green grows. Shouts to my brother Old School. Shouts to my man Six Layer. Shouts to my man JyzalGamingTV. Shouts to my man Games Hero. Thank y'all for coming out tonight. I know you gentlemen got a lot to say. And shout outs to the chit chat community when they get here. Shout out to the whole entire Xbox community today. Because it's been a beautiful day. And you could have been anywhere in the world. But you decided to come out here on Di-RRec Gaming. And for that, we are eternally grateful. It was a beautiful day to see a bunch of Xbox games being promoted by way of Sony. Thank you, Sony. I really appreciate it. But before we get to that, I want to say, gentlemen, it's good to have you. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing good.
Doing good, man. It's good to be here.
And doing good, man. Hey, man, it's the best thing for Xbox.
Holla.
Forgive me, y'all, for the background, all the stuff in my house. We got music playing, people cooking, kids jumping all around. So forgive me.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
It's one of them days. Shouts to my man Smitty Smith. You right. The X League, we out here every day. We outside, baby. We out here. We don't run. We don't hide. And I'm going to let these guys go in.
We outside.
The funniest thing that I saw today, I'm going to start it off right. The funniest thing that I started today was, people was just in a hurry, in a severe rush to knock down Xbox on GoldenEye. But we're going to wait for that one. Here's 3 mics. I want to say shouts to Bonnie Ross. Farewell to you. I hope that everything goes well with you in the future. I know you're going to be down there representing the Halo community and their championship run. But I just wanted to say salute to her for all the 15 years and the hard work that she's put in. I know she was thrown in there after Bungie left, and Microsoft didn't have a strong studio team. They didn't. And they had to bundle up a bunch of people and keep that Halo rolling because we know that Halo was put on the sidelines with Gears of War. The only reason we got Halo today, if it wasn't for the money man Phil Spencer to go in there and buy that thing. So we got it. She ran it with her team as long as she could. She's leaving Xbox as well as the Halo team. There's some things going on, medical things going on with her family, and I just wanted to wish her well. That's my shout outs to Bonnie Ross. I hope everything goes well with her.
All your hard work is much, much appreciated.
There you go. And these guys can have their fair share of saying what they wanted to say, and then we're going to move on to that next topic. You guys look at the topics, and we're going to go left to right. So, if anybody got anything they want to say for Bonnie Ross, go ahead, and then we'll get this show started.
Yeah, I'll say something to Bonnie Ross. The Halo community is a very toxic community. I understand this wasn't your IP, it was Bungie first. But I respect Bonnie Ross because at least you have came and save Halo. Because after Bungie left, nobody wants to make another Halo game. And you guys did it for 10 years? I know it was a lot of controversy with Halo 4, Halo 5 story. We know the lack of content in Halo Infinite. But you have to respect Bonnie Ross that she was the only person in that studio actually cared, and it was a lot of work, and she knows that. So, she got medical problems in her family. I hope she has a speedy recovery. And listen, man, all these haters out there who hate Bonnie Ross, you guys have no balls to, do the same thing what she does. So, at the end of the day, it's how it is. And I hope she do well, and, she's still going to represent the Team Halo. So, that's my opinion.
Anyone else?
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm back.
Roll with it.
I'm back. What are we talking about? Bonnie Ross?
Yeah, we're talking about Bonnie Ross.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wish her the best, man. It sucks that she's leaving because of that, but with that said, leadership change needed to be done.
Yeah.
I'm glad Pierre is taking over. He fixed the Master Chief Collection. Hopefully, he fixes the issue, which is just basically content with Halo Infinite. So it's in good hands.
Yeah, can y'all hear me? Okay,
yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
What's
I
up,
didn't see it
Relus?
moving at first. What's up, fellas? No,
What's
I
up,
mean,
what's up?
look,
We good, yo.
when it comes to Bonnie Ross, man, I didn't think she would. I thought she was untouchable. I mean, because honestly, the game itself, when Bungie left, you had like part 343 were part Bungie people, and they tried to make Halo their own, and they didn't succeed at that. Like all the old Halo players complained, and 5 came along, and they continue with it. People complained about everything that they changed. I mean, I didn't have a problem with the Halo games, and I don't think that Bonnie Ross is necessarily the problem with this one. I think that it stems to Microsoft's inability to tackle the real issues, starting with last generation, probably more like the 360 era, right? They should have been buying studios back then, and they put a lot of pressure on Halo. They went from linear to a more open world that presented new challenges. I know a little bit about the actual development of games. I made a basic game in college. Like it was just a little word trivia game. And I can tell you that like one small thing can make a whole nother issue. Cause like I'm pretty sure Firebross could attest to something like that. But when they went from the linear format to a more open world setting, that introduced a whole other set of issues. And people don't understand it. Why can't Microsoft or why can't 343 figure out split screen co-op? Well, they never had to do it before. Like they were trying to figure out how to make it all work. They were unsuccessful, and normally when something like that happens, it's gonna be people at the top whose heads roll, right? Uh, it's their most important IP at the moment. It is the essence of Xbox, and it's been failing. So she had to go. I would have thought that at the very least she would have at the most she would have stepped down. But 15 years is basically an Xbox lifer. uh, she decided to step down, and she cited family issues. Uh, the Pierre Hensey, when he comes in, it's going to look like he saved Halo, but they were already in the process of doing it. All the complaints that the gamers had, they were listening, they were taking them in, and they were trying to complete Halo at their own pace, at a way that they could. Halo shouldn't have been released last year, and it made Bungie look worse than what they really are. And I blame Microsoft more than Bonnie Ross or any other studio head that they would have been able to hire at the time. They could have brought in the current head of Bungie, and I don't think that they would have been able to perform because Halo wasn't ready. They completely changed Halo, and then they didn't have enough games to present a strong lineup. They delayed it. It still wasn't ready. Now, if it would have came out this year and we would have been getting, everything that we were supposed to have at launch, then Bonnie Ross looks like she's fine, right? I don't think it was her call to release the game because Joseph Staten had to come in and at least ask them for another year and for them to get to this point. But as far as Bonnie Ross is concerned, I don't know what the issues are, but of course, every sane person in the gamosphere wishes her luck and good tidings. And I always thought that they would fix Halo. 10 years is too much time to continue to not be able to perform. And with the tools and different game modes that they're bringing, I expect nothing but greatness from Halo. I'm enjoying it, but I don't play it every single day. It's not the only game I play. And I understand. And they went free to play. That was their choice. And if you go free to play, you got to bring the content. And now that's an issue that I have a problem with. Them not even being able to keep up with the content on the free to play. Just bringing proper skins, being able to mix and match cores, things like that. Those things you should have been able to do. There's no excuse for those types of things.
Hey,
As far as
Relus.
what?
So you say they should have delayed Halo. I disagree. I think they should
Disagree.
release. No, I think they should release the campaign because the campaign was pretty good. There was nothing wrong with the campaign. I think they should release the campaign last year and delay the multiplayer to this year.
Well, see, then you go to the point,
And
like,
people would have complained about that.
yeah, because
And it wouldn't
yeah.
have mattered.
we've already got an irate fan base because of the parceling out of Halo. We have a fan base that is highly upset. We don't have a forge mode. We don't have co-op at launch. So then you say we're going to bring out the co-op, which was already chopped, right? it already was cut down, which we'll be getting those parts probably later in DLC. Those things came out. I don't think that it would have been adequate to just send out the single player, especially without other features like co-op.
Here's my thing: just send out a game complete. That's it. Send it out complete. I know I can't be asking for much. Send the games out complete, and then that's it.
I wholeheartedly agree. That's the thing. There's that quote from somebody at Nintendo about a game that comes out too early that's bad or whatever, or a complete game,
There's a Nintendo guy.
Right.
No, that's Miyamoto. No, that's Miyamoto. He said that delaying it. Yeah. The quote said that if you delay the game game come out will be pretty good.
A delayed game is good eventually, and a bad game is bad forever.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot.
That being said, most of us called for Halo to be delayed when we first saw it, right? Most of us did, right? And the rest complained. And even some of the people who did call for that complained. Most of the Halo fans complain because that's what they do. That's what we all do. We complain. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm no different, right? We all
because the Halo community, and it go back to the Gears community too, because the Gears community is the same shit too. Right. Both communities are very toxic.
Right.
They're very toxic.
And that's the point I'm about to make. And that was the point I was about to make. They're very toxic, and it's not like from a point that you can't understand why either, right? But at the same time, this is where I tried to badly mention that quote. Like, it needs time, but y'all not patient enough to wait. That's just a simple fact. And the only thing you could think is, they spent all this money, all this, all that. But you saw what happened with Cyberpunk. That's what validated the delay of Halo. Because if it wasn't for Cyberpunk, Xbox fans wouldn't have been asking for the delay as much as they did, I really feel. Or even if it happened anyway, would have sat there and complained the whole time. Cyberpunk was the only thing that made it okay in the eyes of Xbox fans, to be frank.
Cyberpunk is not an Xbox studio.
Well, let's be honest.
But it shows you what happens when you don't delay a game that needs to be delayed. And that's my point. Like, we learned that lesson by seeing what happened to Cyberpunk. And for a time, we were content with the delaying of Halo, right? Up until you couldn't stand it no more. And that's what happened with most of Xbox fans who was waiting on the game. The Halo fans who were on one side, the Halo fans on the other side, it didn't matter what side you were on or what you thought. You just got tired of waiting. And that's always the problem. Every time there's a delay, right? There's a bunch of people who are mad, no matter what the game is, big or small, or even if the delay is just a month or something, right? People will sit there and be mad and never step back for a second and think about why. Or if they want the game to just be out just for bragging rights. Are they actually going to play the game and enjoy the game? Or are they just going to sit there and complain that it's not out yet? Because if it comes out and it's broken, what you going to say then?
Right, but
what are you going to say then?
That's my point. Like, nowadays, people just need to be quiet. Develop the game. Don't put out no dates.
Yes.
That's what messed up Starfield. Because when you start doing that...
And that's Microsoft's fault.
Yes.
Right. You can't.
When you do stuff like that, you get people hyped up. And people start talking. People start talking. And what I'm just saying is, listen, it's time to just make games and finish them and then put them out. Like, I don't need to know every step of the way. We don't need to know every step of the way. All we need to know is it's being in development. You can come out and do a show and let us know where you're at right now. That is getting closer, y'all. And just be like, hey, we can't wait to show you what we've been doing so far. So close to the finishing touches of the game, we want to give y'all a little treat, show you a little something about what we did. But as far as that go, the game is pretty much coming to completion, and we can't wait for this game to get into y'all's hands. That's it, man. I mean, I don't understand it. All the rushing, and if a game has to be delayed, it doesn't bother me. The problem is when you say it's coming out, Then it gets delayed the first time, which is kind of understandable. You know, things happen. Some things happen that are unfortunate. But then the next go around, you put a date out there and let us know, oh, it's coming out, and then it don't happen. Or you say, hey, we got to do another year. The game is pretty much done, because that's what they said. The game is pretty much done. We're just polishing it. That's where all the buildup came from. Fans like JyzalGaming. That's where the irritation began, because you're telling me too much, and then things aren't happening. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say on it.
Yeah, there's a life lesson, right? Not only for 343, for every developers out there. Do not put a date on a game if it's not ready. Don't do it.
You can't say that to Microsoft coming off of the Xbox One generation, where people have been complaining about no games for years.
Yeah, they learned the
one or two games that they do have, they have to talk about them. All right. Because all these years they were saying, we're not going to talk about, we don't want to, I don't really want, okay, this is Phil, not they. Phil says, I don't want to speak about games that are too far out.
Mm-hmm.
What do they do at the beginning of this generation?
They do it.
Talk about games that are far out. So all they had was Halo, Forza. And they had to talk about Halo. They don't have Gears. And that's the only part that we don't have yet. But
who caused that though?
Who caused
them to open their mouth so early? We did, because we sat there and complained.
Right. But see, if there's something that they have to talk about, because I don't know if y'all remember, they were doing 100% third-party showcases. There were no first party at those E3s. You see what I'm saying?
Microsoft was selling, and it was hotcakes. And the other thing was, hey, Microsoft ain't even dropped their bombs yet, and it's doing well.
Hey, but
we can't use that. We can't use that.
Yeah, yes, we are, because it's a fact.
But we can't use that because Xbox ain't failed. Nothing went wrong.
Everything went wrong. They sold 50 million copies of the console.
60 million.
I'm talking about this
generation.
They
underperformed.
This generation, they did the same thing. They showed a bunch of third-party games, but and the Xbox has no game banner was out there. It didn't. The reason why it didn't stop the momentum is because Microsoft was putting out good surprises. They knew how to do the shows. They knew how to keep things consistent. The problem messed up is when they started putting out dates. When they did the Starfield, that was the mess up.
Yeah, they messed up because they didn't buy studios 2 generations ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but here's what I'm saying. Knowing how the industry is, right? And I know the Chit Chat community is going to agree with me with this. Knowing the damn gaming community that we're in, Microsoft can't make one mistake. Mm-hmm. All right? They make one mistake, and the Statue of Liberty is falling in the ocean. Mount St. Helens blows up again. World War III. Jesus Christ splits the sky.
Here's the answer to that. Well, here's the answer to that, right? Because I learned this when I turned 20 years old, right? And pardon the French. Stop giving a fuck what other people think.
Man, that's what you. Not a worldwide corporation, sick.
Listen to me. A worldwide corporation is only focused and is legally obligated to do one thing, right? Make money, right? So if they can show that long term, their path is the best way forward, despite what anybody else has to say, then just say that and do it.
Yeah, but
like trying to put Xbox out of business.
It's right. It takes Moses.
Listen, let me tell you.
Fact, Shane.
I'm telling you what I'm saying is true, and I can tell you why. Not to brag, but at age 20, I had nothing but a high school diploma and airframe and power plant license from the FAA.
You got an AMP too, bro? Hold up, man. You got an AMP too? Yeah, all this time I've been talking to you, and you never told me you had an AMP.
I told you, but listen.
What you mean? So what? Only dudes with AMP can talk right now.
Right. Well, listen. We gotta keep this on point. We'll discuss this later if you want, no doubt. But listen, so I worked for American Airlines for 1 year, right? And they fired me, right? And I was at the point when the aviation industry was horrible. So I had no money, is my point, right? That changed in attitude. Years later, I bought my own house with a guest house that I rent out. It pays my bills for me. I work to put money in my pocket to feed myself. I can pay all my bills, right? I can do everything I want to do with an easy job that I don't even work hard at all, right? I did that because I had that point of view. I focused on the goal. People will talk. That's just something you have to get used to. You state your plan and you execute. Okay? People will talk until you show and prove, and then they can't talk no more. That's what Microsoft needs to do. They have trillions of dollars, right? And these other ones barely have billions. It doesn't matter what they say.
Yeah,
They're
but
not
they don't
on
have
your
trillions
level.
and billions because of Xbox, though. See,
No,
Apple can do
right.
something like that. They can
Right,
tell people what
but-
they're going to do, and people are going to sit and wait.
Right.
Okay,
That's what
watch this.
Microsoft
Let me
used
say
to in
something
every
real
other
quick.
industry. They did that in every other industry. It's just now they're waking up and seem to do that with Xbox, and it's starting to work for them.
Let me say this real quick.
Stay focused, yo. That's
I
it.
hear what I got you, Sick, and ain't really, you're not far off. It's not that far off. But Realist is right on this one. To a degree. I'm not saying you're wrong either, but because the way we're in the gaming industry, I'll put it like this. If things didn't matter what people say, we wouldn't have ESPN analysts, right? I'm using this as an example. We wouldn't have people who analyze the game. It would only be what the coaches and the basketball players put up, and we watch it and we shut up. Let them play their basketball, right? But what makes the public voice count? Just like anybody a fan. We'll use the football. When you see things ain't going right, you voice your opinion because you know why? This is what everybody's forgetting, and I'm pretty sure Realist ain't forget. Realist probably was thinking this and he didn't say it. Or Unlimited was saying this when he said this. There's only one thing that I'm not hearing. As a matter of fact, no, somebody did say it. My fault. Charlie said it. Boom. The problem is people don't think that we're the all-stars, like I keep saying. They don't dictate anything. We do. Our wallets do. So if we don't buy their products, they go underwater. So if you don't put up your if you're a basketball star, right? And we expect you to put up your numbers in crucial games or keep an average where you think you're an all-star, and we're going to give you a $250 million contract max deal, right? If we're going to do all that for you, then we hold you to a different level. Now, if you can't perform at a level that's a 250 max deal, what's expected of you, guess what's going to happen? ESPN's coming on the next day, and they're going to rag you. Now, why are they ragging you? They're not ragging you because they think you're garbage and they think you can't perform. They're ragging you to say, hey, man, you need to step your game up. You need to step your game up because you got fans out here that got something to say. Now, you want your money, so you want that arena filled up, so you're going to have to come out here and play. And that's the same thing. Microsoft has to listen to us. They don't have to listen to us, but if they want us to continue to support them, they're going to have to listen to us, right? Because they expect us to buy their products. So it's you and him are kind of right. In a sense, Microsoft should know, here's 6 layers of test. Microsoft should know by now, right? 20 years later, what their fans like. So when you hear certain gripes, you know the ones that are real, and you should know the ones that aren't. You should know that by now. 20 years, right? In the game with your fan base, right? And then also, it goes to what Realist say. And then you don't ignore your fan base. You listen, and you take what's constructive. Just like me. And if y'all want to get off this subject, you can. We can move on to the next one. But if y'all still want to talk about it a little bit, you can. But just like me.
Breaking up the free flow conversation.
Nobody can tell me. And I saw M. I don't have no problems with M, right? She works hard. She's on that technical side. As a matter of fact, she's I have her as a friend on my Xbox console. And she does good things. She's young and she's full of energy and she does good things behind the technical side. But she struck me wrong when I brought up the snap feature. Now I know what everybody wants to say. What's up, Flip Money? What's up, everybody out there? I know what they think. They think, well, the snap feature is dead and nobody used it. That's a lie. People used it. True Xbox fans used it every day, just like we use the voice animation. So don't tell me that. I don't care if it wasn't the most popular thing. It was an option, right? And I'm always about options. But this is what I said. We don't have to have the same technology we had in 2013. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, and this is what gets me about Microsoft. You give us Twitch with no chat room. Why? Why do we always got to get something incomplete? You know, you can't tell me that snap feature is not on here because we have it in our menu screen. It's right there. When you roll something over, that screen, nobody, look, 6-layer, nobody's bitching about that screen. Nobody's saying that's taking too much room off my screen. Nobody's saying that. Why? Because it's a menu screen and it's normal and we're used to it. Okay, so if we're used to that menu screen, take that same damn menu screen and make a chat box for it. I mean, we're literally using our phones, bro, our computer screens to talk to people who are on your Twitch channel, and you're trying to look at your TV and play too. That's dumb. That's dumb. And the only reason I'm saying that is because it's Microsoft, right? And it goes back to realism. I'm holding Microsoft to a higher standard because Microsoft is a higher standard. So sometimes it looks like JyzalGaming is ragging Microsoft. He calms down, but at times when he's ragging, he's got a point to rag at some point. He might piss some Xbox guys off. He pisses me off sometimes too. I tell him to apologize to him.
For him to make sure he's here to speak
right.
how he feels.
But
despite what I say or you say or anybody else.
Right. But at the bottom line is he's holding Microsoft to a standard.
Right.
It'd be like trying to do Apple or Samsung and you're not holding them up to a standard. Like, no, you claim to be the best at what you do, so be the best at what you do. We know that Microsoft ain't out to destroy Sony. We know that. And we know who's holding the cards. We know that. And we know we let the donkeys talk they trash. It's like playing basketball against a 3-year-old kid. Let the 3-year-old kid talk all his talk, right? He ain't impacting a damn thing out here. They're not impacting nothing, bro. That Jim Ryan's on his knees.
Begging,
so if they want to parade on PlayStation, let them do it. What else can they do?
Hey, yo, talking. Hold on, let me step in. Talking about Halo. Let's not pretend like I always hear this settlement that if Bungie still had Halo, they were still making Halo, we wouldn't be in the situation. Since losing out on the Halo IP, Bungie has never scored a 90+ on Metacritic.
All the geniuses,
facts, and they sure as hell ain't got Destiny, right? They can't do.
Did
Destiny,
the Magic
right?
leave? Did the Magic leave?
Yeah, man.
Destiny 2 didn't score 90+ on Metacritic. It wasn't like they took off and they created a super epic defining IP, right?
Let them finish. Let them finish.
The first Destiny was a flop, right?
Oh hell yeah, it was.
The second Destiny took time to get good, right?
Yep.
It took free.
And what did it score? What it didn't score? It didn't score 90+ on Metacritic.
85.
They owed Tencent a lot of money.
And look at the complaints that they got from it. Look at the complaints.
Well, yeah, I mean, like what JyzalGaming said. Are you finished, JyzalGaming? I ain't gonna cut you off.
Yeah, I'm done. So I'm just saying that whole notion. If Bungie was still here, Bungie hasn't been Bungie since they had Halo.
but JyzalGaming, majority of the people who used to work at Bungie, they don't work at Bungie anymore. Most of them split to 343.
Some of them that don't work at all. They're retired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. so if Bungie didn't make Halo Infinite, do you think Halo Infinite would be a good game, better than 343? No, it wouldn't.
All the Halo people stayed with Microsoft. So no. Everybody who left wasn't interested in Halo and they wanted to do something else. So no, it's impossible for Bungie to be capable of making the game.
That should be trash.
People who don't want to do Halo.
I think a big part of it was like just want to do something different and the mounting pressure, because each Halo brought a new set of pressures. Each one was expected to be better. But sick, just to address what earlier, I waited. They have to communicate, because I don't know if you guys remember, PlayStation was coming off of the PS3, and they spent a large portion of that generation.
By the way, I just want to make this real clear. I'm just talking about Halo, not Xbox as a whole. Because
but Halo is Xbox.
Not in the specific way that we're speaking about. That's way too broad.
No, Halo is Xbox. It's on the box. We got to talk about it.
Because I get, but that's not what I'm saying to you. I'm saying the way they developed the Halo games, they listened too much to people who sat there and complained a lot and affected the.
But they've always done that.
And that's never worked for them. Was my point. They need to.
They'll never quiet the entire crowd.
Yeah, but for example,
they've been able to make a lot of them happy.
For example, right? These Halo fans were complaining that Master Chief has Sprint. What? Yeah, that's the dumbest thing. But that's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
It's not the dumbest thing. If you play the game is tactical. The game is team based. You don't want to create a whole other type of game. You go play COD if you want that.
I know.
Halo is supposed to be its own thing. But the thing about Xbox, they don't want Halo to just be Halo is trying. I mean, Xbox is trying to grow the IP. They want it. They wanted it, but until they acquire Call of Duty, they wanted it to rival Call of Duty. Halo used to be the king, okay, in sales and gameplay. Right now, just gameplay. And Microsoft wanted to bring it back in that way, so they needed it to appeal to a larger audience.
And that's the problem, because think about it. If they want to put to a larger audience, okay, let's put it this way, right? 343 trying to evolve the whole franchise. All right, the fan base don't want that. It's a two type of fan base, right? You have the Bungie fan base and you have the 343 fan base, right? Majority of the Bungie fan base who play Halo 1, 2, and 3, ODST, and Halo Reach, that's me, right? Who played the original Halo games, right? They don't want, they want to stick with that same core that what Bungie made the past, well, how many years? 15, 20, whatever, how many years that Bungie made that game, right?
It's been a while.
Been a while. Then the other fan base for 343 who want change. Because if you don't change the game, right? Like, it's stale. Because think about it, right? Call of Duty is the Halo
civil war within the Halo community. It's mostly the civil side.
Yeah, it's a civil war. Because Call of Duty, right, come out every year, right? You can't compete. Halo cannot compete Call of Duty if there's every year they make a Call of Duty game. It's impossible, because every year,
if it would have ever achieved the same type of popularity, they would have figured out a way to make it come out every year. Yes,
but they couldn't do that, because at the end of the day, right? Because remember, Call of Duty is made by 3 different developers, right? Treyarch, Infinity War, and Sledgehammer Games, right? And all of them make this different games, right? Different style. You know, Treyarch made the Black Ops series. Sledgehammer made the World War II series, and of course, Infinity made the Modern Warfare series, right? They all play different games, different type of unique style. Halo have to compete with these guys. So the only way you could compete is you have to make one Halo game and build up as a service for another 10 years and give us content every month to trying to compete with this. Because listen, they're not making another Halo game after this. Because they realize that if they make another game after this every 3 years, then what's the point? Because in the next 3 years, what's the next Call of Duty? Call of Duty is the biggest shooter right now, over Fortnite and over what else? I don't know other what it is, right? Fortnite and Call of Duty, right? So
bigger than Fortnite.
Yeah. And so Halo is not bigger than none of these games. It has a fan base. So the problem is that what Sister said, right? Halo has a civil war going on since Halo Reach. And
can I say something, please?
Yeah.
It's simple. Okay. We're dragging it, but it's really simple. You hit it, you touched it when you brought up Gears of War. Nothing's different. Okay. The problem is when you overthink a game, not understanding the culture of it.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. And it first started, it didn't start with Coalition. Remember, it started with People Can Fly. when they made Gears of War for the PC people, and they wanted to force the button schemes on our console people who made Gears of War 1 and 2. Because Judgment, the button schemes was based off of the PC. And what happened to Judgment? What happened to it? We all know what happened to it.
The two was
I know
bad.
what I did. When I beat it, I gave it to a little kid. I played that multiplayer. I was like, what is this, man? What the hell is this? Got rid of it, bro. I didn't even want to. I was like, what are they doing? Then when Gears 4 came, what was the topic? We need to change. We went through that phase of sensitivity. We need to learn how to talk to each other, and we there's certain words that we don't think are a good idea. So they didn't like the word casual. What? So you put beginner there, beginners. That's weaker than casuals. Like, there's no difference. It was always casual, hardcore, insane. That's what the 3 levels of Gears of War was. We never used those words to intimidate people. We never did. That had nothing to do with anything. So first they started changing that. Then they changed the ranking system. They changed how you level up. You don't do that. Like, if you want to appeal to casuals, then take time to make a casual room. Make a mode for casuals. You don't say, oh, well, we're going to make this game for casuals and ignore who made the game for you. Understand, Games Heroes just dropped out, but understand, what makes Halo so prevalent is because it has what Fortnite don't have, Call of Duty don't have. It has a legacy of making boards on their own and combating. That's the special thing about Forge. If you ask JyzalGamingTV, that's the special thing about Forge. And this is why Call of Duty don't last as long as Halo. That's why every new Call of Duty, they jump ship. I'm going to the next.
They have to make a new one every year. It can't.
Halo can last. Right.
But Halo has
Forge.
I
remember when Master Chief came out, right? When Master Chief came out, the masses were still on Halo 5's Forge. They stayed there because they're like, listen, we're going to keep playing until you get our Forge in. That's the Halo community. It's too many modes. They have way too many modes that they stick to, just like the Gears community. You have the people that like the one-on-one. They like the one-shot, one-kill community. You had the wingman community, which was the weakest. They got rid of that. They didn't really piss people off because they realized not a lot of people's on there. They changed it for 1v1 with the Nashers. Then you had your King of the Hills. You had your annexes. Then you have your team death matches, which are the popular ones. And each one of them has a community. So when they go in there and they start messing up stuff, man, they messed up the whole culture, and the game started slowly shrinking.
Let me address a comment in the chat. I think by Charlie said, Halo needs to evolve to compete. I agree. Halo needs to evolve, but within the Halo universe.
Yeah.
To compete. Mm-hmm. That means you don't become Call of Duty or Battlefield to compete.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You don't become a Fortnite to compete. You evolve within the Halo universe.
Right.
Yeah, but this is a copycat industry. And everybody just look at like what happened with PUBG. Then you have Fortnite. Now you have Call of Duty. Now you got Halo fans saying that Halo needs one.
But the thing is, PUBG found its own
niche
styles. Yeah,
it's the Godfather.
It's not a straight up PUBG. You know what I mean?
But I believe they could do it smart because, in fact, the Gears and Halo connection is right there, right? Gears had the one mode that on Halo it became Firefight. What was the name in Gears? Because it was a Gears idea first.
So, what Firefight?
Right. The Gears.
Oh, I forgot.
What did the Gears call it?
I forgot. I don't know.
I don't even know. I don't know the mode, so I don't know the mode for Halo to compare it. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
It came out in Gears 2. It came out in Gears 2. It was a mode that came out in Gears 2.
Are you talking Horde?
That's what I was thinking. Horde?
Horde mode.
Yeah, Horde mode.
The Horde mode. Yeah, Horde mode. Yeah.
Firefight is Halo's Horde mode. But they took the concept of the mode, right? And they made it work for the Halo mythos and everything about Halo, right? And they made it into a Halo mode, right? You have the ring, right? You have the Halo ring. They could do the same thing with this mode, but it has to be distinctly Halo. If not, it's just another clone and nobody wants that.
I don't know. See,
You
that's
see, the Halo universe is vast and deep. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
Yep.
it has the rings. It could tell multiple stories from different squads that they
Because
could
outside
branch
of
out to.
Chief,
They have the right. They have the flood. Right. That's their own zombie mode type of stuff. Zombie
Yeah,
entities
has the
within
whole
the Halo
backstory of that whole war
universe.
that they lost that we
If
didn't
they
get to
want,
see.
if they wanted to switch it up, they could have taken it into an RPG type of stuff, like a Mass Effect type of game. You know what I mean? Like,
Fact.
show
Not hard,
show me
bro.
a Halo Citadel with the whole army. We recruiting people and everything. You know, like the fogs. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
but you see,
like they
but
started
see,
doing an Infinite that we could recruit people. They could have done that. They could have done
Hey,
a Mass Effect type of stuff where we recruiting different Spartans to come in a suicide journey with Master Chief. You know what I mean?
yeah, but
Just like
J-Rock,
Mass Effect 2.
but J-Rock, I'll say it again, right? If they put Battle Royale in that freaking game, it would divide the community even more.
Yeah,
yeah,
some will love it.
Because
Some will hate it.
nobody wants that.
It's like
Nobody
Everyone
wants.
will hate it.
bro. Could
like
you
everything.
imagine Battle Royale where you about to shoot a guy and he goes and run behind the house and the shields come back up?
Exactly.
Like they're gonna have to completely change the mechanics
It
of the
doesn't even
game.
matter what the mode is, right? They can come up with a new mode tomorrow, right?
They complain. They will
Boom, they drop
complain.
it on us. Right. It's gonna be half of the people like it and half of the people hate it and think it's another example of why Halo and 343 is just not working out. There's always gonna be that. And that's my point. They just need to do what they plan to do, and that's it.
And expand on it. They got the Banished. They got
Just
the
use
Covenant.
the universe. That's the same
they
thing
got
I
the
said
band.
with
They
Gears.
tried with
Covenant,
5
you
though,
got-
legal.
Yeah,
So
the thing
what?
with 5, the
Look,
thing with 5 is it was advertised differently than what it was.
oh
Like,
my god,
Well,
that's,
that's
right.
true.
That's
But
the
they
first
didn't. They
mess
didn't
up.
like lock. They didn't build out
It
lock.
don't
But
matter.
they
Here's
weren't
the
ever
thing.
going to accept lock.
Doesn't matter. That's what I was talking about earlier. You have to know when to listen, when not to listen.
but you
That's
know
why I
how
said
they
both
could have
of y'all were
accepted
correct.
lock if they
Right,
did.
right,
You know how
right,
you know how
you're all
people love Reach. You know why people love Reach because they advertise it as Reach.
And who's
Right.
that guy? Who's that guy that they love from that?
Not a Master Chief. You know, not a Master
His
Chief.
name
where
is
you buy it,
Noble.
and then it's a
His name
Reach.
is Noble. His name is Noble.
And then there's another guy, Buck.
Yeah,
Buck.
You mean
yeah.
Buck.
But
Bucky.
Yeah, Buck.
the thing about it,
Like they could have
listen, man,
made a standalone spinoff with Locke and his own squad, and people would have loved it.
right. The problem with, we all know what the problem was with Locke, bro. He was a black Spartan with the badass suit. All right. He had more. He
His
had more
armor-
air.
his armor
We
was
know-
hunting my
we know-
beloved chief.
We know this
Bro,
as
his
a
armor
fact
was fire.
because
But the
Still
thing is,
fire.
legal. They made it instead of a Master Chief game. They made it a Lock game,
true.
right?
And they should.
And Chief was just like
But
they
that's not
just
how they
used Chief to buy
advertised
you
it
in.
to us.
Yeah,
Right.
they
Right.
didn't
at
advertise it.
least they didn't
lied
kill him
to
with a
us.
golf club.
Then they turned around and the Xbox, the special edition was all Lock,
Yeah.
right? Because I bought the special edition Xbox One.
Pixel
And
Big
it was
G, you missed
basically-
out. No,
it was-
we love Noble 6 because that's us.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jesus, don't say that, man. That shit was funny. You just said.
Look, the reason why, J-Rock, is because they went through that phase of let's show black people. All right. I told y'all this. This was the beginning of the black people. Let's do the black people. All right. That's what it was, bro. Locke was the originator. He was one of the original agenda.
There's a way to build that up without piggybacking on Chief. You know what I
But
mean?
he was an original. The only problem with that story was the advertisement, the game, and the way we kept fighting the same bosses. They should have put more of the interaction between him and Master Chief, instead of it being like a cat and mouse chase all the way through. It should have been at some point where they get together. You know what I'm saying? And understand what's going on. But we never really got that. And now We don't even know if Locke has survived. We know that a lot of Spartans are prisoners now. A lot of them are dying because they're getting the energy drained out of them and stuff. We know this stuff, so we don't even know if he's truly dead. We don't know. So I'm optimistic, but let's go. Let's get to the next topic. That's enough Halo for now. Look, GoldenEye. GoldenEye. Everybody, y'all was quick out here, right? Y'all was quick out here this morning. Y'all got y'all's meetings together. Y'all know who y'all are. It's so evident. Got those meetings together. Y'all had those Kahoot talks and said, yo, soon as I get that info, y'all go out here and bomb it. And make sure that everybody knows that Microsoft version ain't gonna have no online to it. But see, the funny part about it was nobody wanted to make the right proper headliner because, like I said, there's certain people out here that use the Xbox community for propaganda. It is what it is. It's not a knock. It's just facts. And then you have some that know how to truly put out the right report. Sadly, most of the time it comes from the streets. And it did today. Let me see if I have his name.
Is he the guy who talked about the system link thing? Is it him you're talking about?
Yeah, let me see if I get.
It's Paul something.
Okay, here's it. What was it? Damn. Okay, this morning, right? Damn. I'm just gonna put it like this. Here's his name. Dark Lord Alu. All right. Dark Lord Alu. Okay.
Can you paste it into the DMs or something? And I can get it back to you in the chat.
Yeah, let me say this so I don't get nobody confused because I had to find it and I was talking to. So I want everybody I want to be clear. Randall Thor made this post at 10:27 a.m. All right. Not really that early, but in the middle of the morning, you know. He says, I know everyone is super happy about GoldenEye. You damn right? Especially on the Xbox side, right? Mm-hmm. Why are we not happy? But let's keep going. It's coming to Nintendo and Xbox, but it seems that multiplayer will be / might be. He was careful, right? Because look, this guy has an insider. He's got Jez Gordon. So the might be, I didn't understand that. But let's keep going. I do understand it, but let's keep going. It might be.
I think that's the link if you want to try to put it on the screen for everybody.
No, I'm good. They see it. It's all good. I can put it in the chit chat community, Sick. Put it there. Right. They'll look at it. He says, but it seems that multiplayer will
if y'all want to see what he's talking about.
But it seems that multiplayer will be / might be exclusive to the Switch version. Yikes. You got to understand the yikes. That's the attention grabber right there. All right. So yikes is the spark that sets off the fire. Randall Door comes down. Only multiplayer, that is. All right. He had to correct himself right there. But right in that comment, like when you scroll down at 11:22, so about an hour later, right? Dark Lord Alu comes in and says, but it looks like this. GoldenEye 007 coming to Nintendo Switch Online and Xbox Game Pass. Of course, it says the exclusive to the Switch version is the $19.99 version. All right. Okay. Now, this is what I be telling people all the time. It's cool and all to jump out with the first shebang, right? But we're in 2022, folks. We should know better that the first shebang, there's going to be more news coming, especially when it's an iffy message, when you don't have all the pieces together. So it's wise to wait till all the news come out, because understand, Windows Central is third party, IGN is third party. That ain't Nintendo. It's not Microsoft. You're not listening to the right ones. Let them have their fun, but they don't know it all. They're third party ones. You gotta wait and listen. You gotta wait and listen. So now hour goes by, truths come out. Boom, boom, boom. And then you go to Rare, and Rare's telling you that, hey, we putting out the 4K version, smoother frame rates, all this next gen quality for Xbox. You know what? That wasn't good enough. You know why? Because the fire had already started burning. And if you go on his channel, you see all those YouTubers following line, all of them. But not one was willing to be patient and say, we don't have everything yet. Like that one article guy said, he says, hey, we don't have all the news yet, but and we don't know why it's not on there. We don't know, but as for right now, what we're hearing is just this. And then here comes Games Heroes. So Games Heroes, tell everybody what you found out today. Games Heroes, you there?
He unmuted himself and he cleared his throat like he was just about
there
to
he is.
speak.
Games Heroes, let everybody know. Games Heroes, let everybody know what you found out about GoldenEye today.
All right, so I found out, right? So the Nintendo Switch are gonna have the emulator. We want to get the remastered version, right? So majority of Nintendo emulators you could go online, but it's not official from Nintendo. It's a third party. So that means that if you play emulators if you play emulators on PC, right? There's some emulators on PC, especially multiplayer games, right? You could still go online, but it's not official, online multiplayer. So technically, and here it is, legal. Technically, the Switch version of GoldenEye does not have multiplayer.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Technically, it does not.
I saw that information you put.
Yeah.
Online multiplayer.
Yeah. So technically, it doesn't have the multiplayer. I'm going to my computer right now. I'm going to read what the guy says.
Yeah, read it.
Yeah, hold on. So technically, it doesn't have the multiplayer, but it's going to have a third-party online infrastructure. So that means, I'm going to find the link because I have the link somewhere. Because it's very confusing. Because I didn't know that either. Because I have a Switch, I don't really play the online on the Switch that much. So, but I realized that some Switch games, because Mario Kart 64, believe it or not, it has multiplayer, online multiplayer, but it's not from Nintendo. It's a third party.
Let me ask you a question real quick. So are we going to use the example of Mario Kart 64, right?
Yeah.
So when you play it online, let's say me and you play together.
Mm-hmm.
Is it using the split screen?
No.
Mode? Okay,
no.
So I get my own screen, you get your own screen.
Yes.
Okay, so how are they going to be able to do that with GoldenEye? It's going to be
because the Switch version does not have split screen. The Switch version the Switch version doesn't have split screen.
Right.
The Switch version only going to have I have it right here. All right. So this guy says, right? Here's a correction in regards of GoldenEye Online that the Xbox Live Arcade final build never had online multiplayer at all. What happened is that it came to Nintendo Online. People were using the online tunnel with Xenolink.
You can control the port through the internet. That's how it's
control the port to the internet. Yes, yeah. I'm trying to So,
but here's the question I have though, because everybody's saying in ways that don't make sense. Okay, forget about the Xbox for a second. Just for the Switch version, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I have GoldenEye and I'm playing with you and you have GoldenEye and we're playing online, am I going to see a split screen or am I just going to see my screen?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not
Everybody's
split
talking like
screen.
this online.
It's not split
is
screen.
good,
It is
or
online. It's not
bad,
split screen.
it's
You're gonna be
online,
playing.
or it's
You're
not.
playing a 4-player game, but instead of having a split screen, they're routing the controller port through an emulator because the N64 has 4 controller ports through the internet. So you'll have 4 players playing the game through the internet. It's all done through emulation.
I know how it works behind the scenes. What
So why are
I'm
you
saying
confused?
is, I'm asking about the player experience because
That's
everybody's
it. Yeah.
There's no split screen.
Yeah, there's no
There's
split
no
screen.
split
That's
screen.
the difference.
Screen.
On Xbox,
It's still 4 players, but it's not split screen.
Yeah, on Xbox is going to have the local co-op, so you just can only do it with the people right there.
Right. But here's what I'm saying. Because the thing that he's reading now with the 2 paragraphs, right? I forget the dude, right? But he's talking about the original 360 version of GoldenEye that they had made. That I was hoping they were going to release that one instead, because that one it didn't have.
No, they did. No, they did. That's what we getting. They're not getting
we're
that.
not getting that. No.
Yeah, they're getting the 19. They're getting the Nintendo version. The 19.
Yeah, they're getting the Nintendo version.
I know that. Nintendo is using their basic N64 emulator, the same one that they use for Mario Kart and other games. I'm sure they'll tweak it a little bit, and it's just going to be a ROM of the old game because they don't have a rights to any of the technology, just the publishing, right? Rare owns everything else, the assets, the code, everything else. That's why they both have to work together to be able to release the game. Nintendo can't release it alone. Microsoft can't release it alone. And so therefore they have to come together with a deal. What Nintendo has is basically a ROM. And exactly what David VGS is saying.
Yep.
Xbox has the 4K version. They have the assets, the source code, everything. But apparently the deal with Nintendo was they couldn't be online, I guess. Because even the one from the 360 that they were working on, it's been leaked on the internet. I've been playing it for years. All you gotta do is mod a 360 or you can play the emulator, right? It worked, but it doesn't have online. What they do is system link with X-Link, where they're doing, routing like the system link across the internet, right? And we're gonna have basically, and that's what the 360 version had, right? What we're gonna have is the local co-op, but I don't know if they'll use the system link or whatever. But for whatever reason, they're not allowed to go online. But you better start praying they have the system link, because if we have that, we have an end run around for anybody who wants to be able to play it across the internet, but don't get your hopes up that high.
Okay. Nintendo, we all know that GoldenEye licensing deal is over, right? We know it ended. So this situation happened before the licensing ended. Okay. Nintendo and Xbox are still going to compete, right? Xbox is going to go next gen, while Nintendo's going to say, well, the only thing to appeal to us is online. That's it. So you got the split. Nintendo's like, well, we got the original version. We got to make it look appealing. We get the online. And Nintendo could make that call then. But Rare's like, okay, well, you made that call because you know what? You're the publisher. But now we know that this deal is ending and we're here to celebrate the 25th anniversary and we work for Microsoft. We're going to take it, remaster it, give it all the bells and whistles, but we're not going to have the online. That's the deal. So we already know, right? The funny part is this. It took a while for that truth to come out. Now, we know damn well Nintendo fans are not thrilled about getting the 1999 version. They're not. We know this. They're not going to say nothing, right? But that's neither here nor there. My issue was some of our Xbox community trying to come out and downplay Xbox. Like, that was a downplay situation. That wasn't a downplay situation, bro. Like, why would I want the original version?
What else were they supposed
when
to
they
do?
got a better version for me? That I understand the deal. It's a split deal. We understand that. Nintendo's gonna have the classic. What do you expect?
If they get some, they lose. So you win some, you lose some. You can't get the whole thing.
BS.
Their tech is not advanced. So what do we expect them to get?
Man, I don't care what y'all saying, man. I wanted that multiplayer.
That's fine, but you weren't gonna get it.
You were never gonna get it. That's the thing.
No. Listen, I'm not
I
knocking
don't
you.
care what y'all say. I don't think
I'm
y'all
not
gonna play it
knocking-
longer than an hour.
Look,
Right.
I'm
No,
not
that's-
knocking
oh,
you.
right.
Look,
Everybody's talking about they ain't gonna play it for 15 minutes.
Hear
That's
me
it.
out, people. I'm
Nah,
not knocking
you
J-Rock
spoke
for that,
enough already. I'm
right?
saying I want the multiplayer now.
But
Just like
the
Jay.
deal
Tell him,
was split. It was split. So the competition is there. Microsoft didn't get the online version. That was it.
Yeah.
But what's so hard to
wouldn't
gain the online
it
version?
wouldn't have
It's
made
been done
sense
with
for
so
them
many
to
other
have-
games.
It wouldn't
That
have
means
made
that they'd
sense
be
for them to
remaking the
have
games at that point.
Yeah,
It
remake
wouldn't
it.
have made sense for them
That's
to have
Nintendo being petty.
1999.
That's what it
And
really
you,
is.
and,
Let's
and
be
do you
honest.
really think Nintendo wants Xbox? We already know that they hated the Xbox enemy like the N64.
Right.
That has
Oh,
been
that's
playing
a fact.
old games better than them. You think
Microsoft
that the
would've played
Nintendo wants
ball.
Xbox running
Nintendo
it the
didn't
same way
I'ma
that
try
Nintendo's
this
running
again.
it?
I'm gonna try this again. It wouldn't have made
Brr.
sense for Rare to make a remake with the 1999 online version. Would not make sense. It wouldn't have made sense at all. The best thing they could have done was give us the 1999 version completion. That's it. But that wouldn't have made the deal. That would have made Nintendo look weaker. So they had to split it. They had to, they had to make each one look appealing to its fan base. We got the upgrade version, and they took the lesser version, and they could keep the online. That's it. Of course we want it. But if you don't mind playing the 1999 version, go get that Switch.
Man, I'm telling you right now,
But
and
them
I spoke
jacked
about
up
this
frame
earlier
rate.
today. This is going to be a start of something. First, it was exclusive to games, time exclusive to content, time exclusive for games as well. Now it's going to be an online thing. Watch,
This was different because they both.
Yeah, bro,
own
this
the
is
piece of
totally
the game.
different. This is the
They
25th
both couldn't release
anniversary.
it independently. It's not
Yeah,
possible.
this is to celebrate 25 years of
Nah.
this game. From Rare and Nintendo. Rare is on Microsoft, Nintendo's on Nintendo, and they wanted to do something special for their
Yes.
fans. Rare split their fans. They understand that they got fans on the Nintendo side and they got fans on the Xbox side.
Mm-mm.
The same
So
thing
mad.
with
So
Banjo-Kazooie.
mad.
That's why Banjo-Kazooie was able to go on the Switch or on Nintendo.
Nah,
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
ain't no
Nobody
same
was complaining because of that.
Nintendo has the publishing rights and Rare has the code. Nintendo can't release the game without the code,
That's
and
it.
Rare can't release the game without the publishing rights. And so they
Hey,
came to the table.
I'm gonna say this, right?
That's how the
Hey,
deal
I'm gonna
worked
say
out.
this. Hey, I'm gonna say this, right? I agree with J-Rock. I agree
It
with
sucks,
that.
though.
Everybody wants to play with the multiplayer,
Friends.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But you
Jerome's in the
gotta
house.
but you gotta understand, right? Back then, right? This was Sister said. This been here for years because this is not a new game. This is an old ass game. Came out during the 360 era. The reason why they couldn't do it because Rare, Microsoft, and Nintendo had a fallout. Nintendo put that game
This is
on.
not that
I
same version.
just
This is a
said that.
newer version.
Like,
It's
we
a newer
listen,
version.
bro. It's
I don't-
competition. That's
I know,
in
I know.
it for the sense.
Okay.
It's being
Yo.
competitive.
Your games, you're in New York, right?
Mhm.
You coming over to play couch co-op with me?
No, of course,
Hell
no.
You're
No.
sick. You're in New York. You coming to play? You gonna
I'm
come
not in
over and
New York.
play?
I'm not in
I
New
guess
York,
I gotta
man.
take some time
I go
off
there
and go to
every weekend.
J-Rock's house and go play some.
Right.
Hey,
We
man,
ain't
I'm
doing
cool,
that.
Maybe.
We ain't doing that. That all sound good and everything. We're not doing that.
Nope.
Yeah, but J-Rock, but understand, right? Guess
So
who
you're not
owned the
coming
James
over,
Bond?
right? You're not coming
I
over.
know, I know. But
All
J-Rock, guess who owned the James Bond license that time? Absolutely.
I
I
keep
don't-
saying that, bro.
Yeah,
It
it's a good
doesn't matter.
story. It's a good story. It's all facts and everything
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
you
Point of the matter is
go
we're in a
with the story.
different era, man. You're not coming over to play
I know,
couch
I
co-op
know,
with
I
me.
know.
So it's
No,
about
yeah,
It sucks. You know, it
Yeah.
sucks. I
But
really
online.
want to play.
I'm
I
angry.
That's
really
yeah.
want to play online.
listen,
But
but listen,
remember, both system does not have online support. So that means that if I have a Switch, the only I could do the online support, I could hack the goddamn console to do it. I'm not hacking my Switch to do that. If you hack your Switch, you're gonna break your Switch, and
The Nintendo
Right.
Switch, you don't have to hack your Switch to play the online. They're not advertising the online where you gotta hack your system. I don't know what you're talking about right there, but
Nintendo Online doo-doo.
yeah, it's
But
doo
their
doo too.
online
It's
is
doo doo.
asked anyway. And listen, you can't purchase this game. It's a part of their
Yeah, it's part of this online
subscription
subscription.
service.
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Eventually,
Yeah.
it's going to cycle out. Meanwhile, most of us, even if you don't have Game Pass, already own Rare Replay. It's an added game they're adding to Rare Replay. Because a lot of people ask me about the disc.
Y'all was killing me, man. It's free. Six. What is this? It's free.
Yeah.
All right. So you got to look at it.
It's a missed opportunity, man. Because all three, you Tech and Realist are in Texas, and y'all not playing couch co-op.
JyzalRock, here it is. JyzalRock.
I'm at the drive down to Houston to play with.
Here it is right here. Here it is right here. A missed opportunity would be a missed opportunity would be okay. Listen, everybody, we got this game.
Mad.
Everything on the board, right? Putting everything on the table.
Mad.
And you can do whatever you want with the game, right? And Microsoft chooses not to put online on Xbox. That's a missed opportunity, right? That's not this. What this was, Nintendo trying to stay competitive with Microsoft with this game to celebrate 25 years.
You win some, you lose some.
Celebrate these nuts.
Well, it's not a win or lose. It's a business deal.
I blame Nintendo.
It's not a win or lose.
I blame Nintendo.
Look, bro, it makes sense. Nintendo in their right mind, is not going to give Microsoft the upper hand. The whole upper hand. They already know their online is better, right? They already know that.
And
so
they have
how are they going to attack Xbox?
Right.
Oh no, man! Nintendo online is lit,
bro. It would have been way superior.
Right. That's it. It wouldn't even make sense. You're gonna hit them where it hurts.
Want to do the deal then?
Right. The deal wouldn't even happen. You wouldn't even know.
It wouldn't happen. No, Rena's right. It wouldn't happen. Yeah, the deal wouldn't happen. And listen, because I said this on the space today was on Beast. Listen, I said I had a lot of theories, right? If Nintendo and Microsoft sit in the table with MGM, that the MGM owns, the James Bond, right? So they sitting on the table, right? These idiots want James Bond, what's the name, GoldenEye for years. Nintendo won it for the Virtual Console, Xbox won for the Xbox Live Arcade. So they all want to sit down and have a deal, right? Microsoft said we own Rare, so we own the original assets. Nintendo does not. So that means that they want to give Nintendo the ROM, and we get the remake of official remaster, right? Mm-hmm. Now, for the online support, in my theory, I think it's coming, but the deal right now is that
Xbox came out and said they have no plans for multiplayer.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not
doing it.
They're not doing it.
And I don't blame them because y'all ain't
not in
gonna
the
play
deal. It's just simple as that, people. It's not in the deal.
It sucks, JyzalRock. It sucks, and it's really bad. It
really sucks that you're not gonna come over and play. That's what really sucks.
Hey man,
bring some beer.
But
look, check it out, man. All they did,
I'll pay for your Uber games.
Was make it 4K. They didn't upgrade the graphics. Right? They gave you 2 sticks in 2022. And once you start playing that game, you're going to remember that this game was made in 2000.
Yeah, and it was full of auto aim and all that other stuff.
No, the game made was 1997.
I don't care, man. I want that.
1997.
It's old.
It's very old.
And it's going to remind y'all how old it is when y'all start playing it.
For 5 minutes. Trust me, I'm an emulator dude.
I'm going to run the campaign. I'm going to run the campaign.
I'm going to run the campaign. That's it.
Or you can do it on the Xbox.
I mean, we don't have a choice.
Right now, you don't have to wait for Rare Replay to have their update.
No, you can play with bots. Legally. Yeah, realist. You can play with bots if they add bots in there.
You think they're doing all that, man? You think they really want to put that work into this game?
No.
Man, that's just dumb.
Hey, man. Now we have mixed feelings. I understand what JyzalRock's coming from.
Yeah,
I'm with JyzalRock. Yeah,
I'm with JyzalRock too because you should go play with him.
Right.
Hey, JyzalRock, you want to talk about Uber Cash?
Go to his house because that's the deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the deal.
Look, y'all, you guys are close by, man. You got Poconos in New York. That ain't too far away from each other.
Gonna have to come over with his 20 kids over at my house.
Facts.
Right? So we can fit in this big room right here and we all can play your GoldenEye.
But at the end of the day, we still get the better version, though, in theory.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the campaign.
I'm still
Look.
mad.
No, but in theory, we got the better version.
You
Because
get those achievements.
Man, stop
Those
coaching,
achievements
man.
right
Easy
quick.
1,000 achievements, right?
Right,
We're
get
getting
them
the
easy
short end of the
achievements.
stick. We
That's
can't
it.
even play online, man. I'm trying to psych yourself out. We
Yeah,
playing Coach
Game
Co-op
Zero,
again.
Here's what you got to understand.
Are we gonna be able to system link this? Probably not. They took that away too, right?
Nah, that's
Game
on the
Zero.
Nintendo.
Well, it's not the 360.
Yeah, what's
version.
up?
It's a whole new.
Ah,
Here's what
see?
you got to understand,
Ah.
bro. It's fake outrage, not follow.
Yeah.
Man, I'm mad.
Yep.
The reason
Yep.
why it's fake
Mad.
outrage is because we're smarter than
I
this.
even did my hair.
We
for
know
this show
what
tonight.
happened. We
I'm
know the
mad.
deal. Yeah, it sucks that we didn't get the online, but I understand why we didn't get the online.
No, it sounds like we're conforming
You
now.
know? We did. If we got the
Look at his
online, there's
face.
absolutely no reason to even have it on the Switch. Why even
Yeah,
advertise it?
but that's true though. Because if
Why
we got
would
the
you
would've been
even
irrelevant.
advertise that game, right? 4K,
Yeah.
smoother frame rates, online multiplayer. Why would you even mention the Switch at that point?
Yeah, because the Switch version doesn't have the better
Nintendo
rhythm.
knew that, right? Nintendo knew that, right? Because before the deal, before the licensing deal ended, they're still the publisher. So they're gonna say, listen, we'll give you everything. We'll let you work on it, make it beautiful, everything, but we're gonna have the online because that's the only thing that makes it relevant to even play it on the Switch.
And
They
of
can't
course,
put it into
Xbox
4K,
said,
they
"I'll go
can't-
ahead and bend both
Yeah, they
knees for
can't
you."
do all of that. They
Oh.
can't do it. You know? So what else are they gonna do?
That's what Xbox did. Like, no, it's okay, Nintendo.
Now,
you can have the
Nintendo
online.
knew they knew to get this
Hey,
deal
Big
going
Money, do you
before the
like that?
licensing ended. That's why they did that. Now, Games Hero and JyzalGamingTV, if the licenses had ended and they got together and did this, now y'all are one. I'm backing y'all up 100%. I can say, yeah, why the hell did Microsoft get the online? The license has been over with. What's the deal? What's
because
going
y'all
on?
don't understand.
But that's not what happened. Nintendo
not
knew
what happened.
exactly what they was doing, bro. They knew exactly what they was doing.
Okay, listen.
Yeah,
it wasn't
yeah,
because
but
it's
at the
25
end of
years
the
and,
day,
like,
it sucks. It sucked, man. And listen, I will J-Rocker with a lot of it sucks. But what it really says and what legal says, they're 100% right. Because if they never made this deal, and let's say we have the online, we got the 4K HD tech, nobody not pay that.
Nobody.
shit.
That's
Listen,
it.
nobody
How's
pay
that benefit Nintendo?
How's that
You
better
know
for
what? Don't even
Nintendo?
put it out.
Right.
Nobody gets anything.
And that's
Like-
what happened for like.
But you know
10
what?
years,
But you know
remember?
what? You
They
know
had
what?
it
That's
last on
true.
360. That's what they decided to do
That's what
last time.
happened in the 360. Because they never
Right.
listen during the 360 era, it was a lack of communication, and that what happened because Nintendo wanted the game on the Wii, and Xbox
Right.
wanted on the Xbox Live Arcade, and it was just a back and forth, battle between both of these companies,
and
they
just
never had
decided
an
just
agreement.
not to do nothing, right? And decided just not to release anything. And
Yeah, you
indeed,
can-
it
you
exists
can
and it
mon-
was leaked on the internet. It's out.
But
If
you
you're
can
on
buy, you can buy your 360 right now, and you can play that crap on your 360 you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same game. This game is old as hell. Nobody even knows
It's the
this.
new version with the 4K and all of that.
Hey, my nuts
Yeah.
are old. I still use them.
It's the same old game. It's the same
It's
old
the
game.
same
You're not
old
getting
game
any
came
new
out.
mechanics. Y'all
No
stop
new
playing with
mechanics, not
yourselves,
the
man.
auto aim. It's the same bullshit. The same stupid
Right.
lack of
This
AI.
is-
Everything you can't
Yeah.
tolerate because it's before your own time. You don't even remember. You're not old like us.
But I like
Hey.
it.
Most of the people who complain about this shit on the internet weren't even alive when the motherfucker came out and they're complaining. I
light
know
you
it.
up, bro.
I know it. Worthless people complaining about this shit.
I blame Nintendo. Mostly I blame Microsoft.
Man,
I
I'm with
think
big money right
Microsoft.
now. Shit.
I think Microsoft did want it online, but MGM and they can't have an agreement that listen, if you play online on the Xbox, so what the hell point playing on the Switch? Unless
Yeah.
if the Switch did have
Switch
have
did that
online.
right now already.
I can't
And
believe
Nintendo's not
y'all
gonna let
so
that happen.
dumbfounded on this.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody
Because
I gotta
dumbfounded.
agree with Big Money now. Big Money is actually correct. I told you again. Listen,
He just repeated
it's
what
a
you said. Joey. You
business
don't need to hear it again.
deal.
He just said what you said. He's
Right,
good.
a
He's good.
business deal.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
Big
It
money
is
is
not-
a
it's
stock
not-
account.
Bro, this ain't
We
no
know
big.
that.
This ain't
We know
no
big
deal,
We
man.
know big money. We know big money is
mad.
your stock account, realist.
Man.
I mean, legal.
Hey,
Ruined my
hey,
day.
it's all. Hey, look,
I can't
man.
speak to
I was-
that.
I mean, legal.
Who
legal.
told you? Who told you? Look, Look, man.
Look, realist out here playing people, man. Big money's in soccer account.
Man, look. I just want to know who told you, J-Rock.
But that's it, y'all. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's all that happened. You know, they knew.
That's
they
not
knew
all I had
that
it.
they don't have the power.
Microsoft bent the knee. They bent their butt backwards too. They're like, "Yeah, give me the shaft." That's what they said. That's what they said.
Okay, whatever. But listen. We got to talk about what happened today, though. Because
with what?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
He's nuts.
today was just ridiculous.
Yeah, look. Hey, state of the play. Thank you. We're on the last topic. State of the play. Thank you for showing me all them Xbox games. Thank you.
The state of multiplat.
Yeah.
Let's
The
go.
PC gamers was happy. Nintendo gamers was happy. Xbox gamers was
Everybody
happy.
ate today.
Even PlayStation gamers saw a Gamertude, and they weren't mad. Yo, I didn't see no beef on the
PSVR
internet,
is
to
happy.
be honest.
Facts.
Well,
Hey,
a little bit.
Hey,
Not
hey,
really.
man,
They're
hey,
not
man,
really happy.
Sony.
The gamers
Yo,
were
Sony.
beefing. Right?
Sony
The
break-
homies were beefing because they got the short end of the stick again. It's
Yo.
so funny.
Yeah, Sony brainwashed their fan base since 2006.
I'm mad.
Yo, it's
because
hilarious, bro.
that
Look,
shit is hilarious.
You gotta
You
love
told
Sony,
me
though.
that you told me you have a 20-minute state of
Yeah,
play, right? I was
exactly.
at work, right?
Yeah.
I was at work, right? So it was 20 minutes. I had 20-minute lunch break. Fine. These dudes show a game coming out in 2024.
2024.
I know it.
You don't make this thing up, dude.
But look,
How?
all them Xbox games that are coming out, bro. There was a lot of excitement watching this show today. I was hyped.
And realist. You want to bet that game will get delayed?
What was that? Which one was it? 2024? Was that Stellar Blade or was it Rise of the
Oh
Ronin?
yeah, big money. Show me a lot of Xbox games, bro. I'm excited.
No. That Team
games,
Ninja
all of
game. That Team Ninja game. What's it called?
The
Robin.
dude said a great Sony game.
Rise of
Sony show.
Ronin. That's what
Right.
I'm talking about. Rise
Yo,
of Ronin.
Rain.
Rise of Ronin.
Yo, Rain, we got commercials that are longer than that show.
Yeah.
Yo, you
we got
understand?
goofy Xbox fans complaining about the exclusives, right? How Microsoft is letting Sony take it, right? Look, I want to play those two games, but I'm not going to sit there. Okay, two games. I want to play Eve and I want to play Ronin, but I'm not going to sit here and act like Microsoft didn't show me games for the next 12 months that I'm going to actually get to play. And about 6 or 7 of them are exclusive.
Yep.
So it's, and this is for the next 12 months, not 2024.
Right.
Yeah.
But
really,
really,
I'm gonna put it like this: regardless of what somebody buys on PlayStation, I'm gonna be playing more games than you, so it doesn't matter to me.
yeah, but nobody.
Frank, you know you play.
Yeah, but nobody cares about that Roman game because that game is not coming out in 2024 though. Now you care. I care about it too. It's on PC,
Hey.
but I want to buy it on PC. But
Hey, God give me breath. I want to play it.
yeah, but
Hey, you know what they said? We was down bad. PC's Xbox.
Look, really? I'm gonna be playing that. Look,
because I never
look,
watched
this
you,
is
but I
funny.
can't
This
today.
is funny. Look, Games Heroes. Look, are we talking next gen games? Do I have people that are excited?
Oh my God, it's current gen.
It is
right.
It's current gen. It's
All
current
y'all
gen.
sitting up here fronting, and I'm gonna take that notes down for realist because he's gonna be hyped about this game, right? And 2023, he's gonna be sick to his stomach. When he sees that game, he ain't gonna want to play it. Same thing with Horizon. He ain't playing Horizon. You know why? Because you know what looks better and what's giving you more quality. 2023, nobody's gonna be talking about these PlayStation 4 games.
Like I
already told y'all that. I said they got a backlog full of PlayStation 4 games.
We
They
talk
gonna
about
sneak
PlayStation
out.
4 games all the
Yeah,
time.
they gonna sneak them
Death
out to the
Stranding.
public.
We bring that up every time.
Yep.
You saw that.
But like I told y'all, man,
Wait,
Xbox got to do something make me feel better, like St. Louis. All right. When that game come out, if that game come out and they drop Fable, I ain't.
You ain't. That's right. See, look,
I'd have moved on. You know what I'm talking about?
Play, really? Look.
You know what I'm talking about? I'd have moved on. Hey, they give me a Vow. You know what I'm saying? They give me Perfect Dark.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Some Halo DLC. I forgot all about it, man. What happened?
Yeah. If they give me Perfect Dark in 2024, and that game comes at the same time with that Roman game,
Man, that
I
was
would
like
not
perfect
play in that.
darkness.
Not
Give
playing
me,
it,
give
bro.
me, give me some
I
Hellblade. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm
Give
telling you,
me
I'm telling you, bro.
Compulsion's next game or NXI's next game that they
But
keep talking
J-Rock.
about, but they don't want to show me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then I forgot all about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's back to the
What's
same
up, Lee?
template, my friend, right?
Yeah.
What did I say? I'm in 2022, J-Rock, and all I've ever asked was a Cyberpunk. Right, Teknoblast? Why come we can't ride in a nice car, have some GATs, maybe an AK-47 Six Slayer? But damn, when I go to PlayStation, it's always the bow and
The
arrow.
Kizzle for Rizzle.
Right. If I don't have the bow and arrow, sick, I'm on the horsey.
Oh,
If
I got my
horsey,
Portal Blaster now.
Hey, yo, no.
talk
Hold on.
to me, people.
I'm playing
I
the
saw a
Portal Blaster
VR.
game.
I saw a PlayStation VR game where you drive through a forest.
Wow. Wow. I cannot fathom.
Yo, let's keep it a
I can't even
buck.
deny that.
Yo, hold up. Let's keep it a buck. If that was
Right.
an Xbox show, everybody
Right.
would be calling it trash. All they showed
Yep.
was multiplats, games for a peripheral,
Pandemonium.
Hey, you know,
games
wait a
for a
minute.
peripheral, right?
Right.
And another game coming out in 2024.
Wait a
Peripheral.
minute, isn't
Hey.
that what happened last time? Oh,
Bro,
that,
if
happened
they
last
what
showed
happened last time?
if they showed
It's
a
good
bunch
to
of
see my
Connect
man right
games,
here. Bass.
Yo, who
Yeah, I
who
said
said
bias.
Baez.
Yo, who said the
That's my homie. Look at him. Look
I
at
guess
him
he my
flexing
homie
on
too.
y'all.
Can't see him.
Put some
He
respect
flexing on us. He
Xbox.
flexing on big money.
Look, boom.
My stock account.
no, that's
I got
another.
you, JMV.
that-
I'm
that's
trying
legal.
to laugh, but
Now
I'm saving your
this
comment
one,
for the last.
this
Look
one,
at
Oh,
that.
that's
Baez-
legal sock.
yeah, that's legal
Look at
soccer
that.
account because he was the only one that knew how to pronounce that. So
Ah.
Hey,
That's my man,
J-Rock.
that's my homie.
Hey, J-Rock, you saw the new God of War trailer to that shit look just like God of War 2018.
well, like I said, it's a great continuation to a game I played in 2018.
But it is. The cover's been
literally.
The game could be good. I don't see what game it
I
is.
have zero. I have
Right.
zero interest in playing a game that just looks pretty and won't let me jump.
Right. Now look, God of War is
You can
not
jump.
garbage, right?
You can jump.
You can jump when they
Nobody's
tell you
saying
to
it's
jump.
garbage, right? Nobody's
I'm gonna
saying
spend
that.
my money on another copy of
But-
Cyberpunk. Hint,
But
hint.
Boy.
here's the thing: if the cover wasn't blown on that game, it would be different, right? But the cover was blown. They took those DLC parts and they started stitching them together, man. That's what they did. All right. And when
But
the
the thing
cover
was,
got
they
blown,
switched them
they
themselves.
realized they
They
had to
switched
go
themselves.
back.
Yeah, they admitted
Hey,
it.
hold up.
And
Hey,
they
hold up,
openly
yo.
admitted it.
But at least they got more than one biome though, because 2018 was all snow. This one I saw a forest. I saw water.
So water.
Yeah.
So a desert here.
Yeah, hey, J-Rock,
gotta
I played
drink.
2018.
And it was all snow, right?
But
Yeah, it was all
J-Rock,
snow. That was boring though.
but Games Here on J-Rock, I know y'all got hyped on this one moment. Tech, I know Tech did. Oh, Tech
the
couldn't wait
controller?
to pull out his PlayStation 5. He forgot the game hadn't even came out when he saw this one.
Oh,
When the little boy said, he said, Dad, I got you, right? Like I got you. He was like, boy, I don't need nobody to save me,
to
right?
protect me or anything like
Yeah,
that. Yeah, he said that.
Now, what did his son say? Techno, it made you feel good as a father, didn't it? What did the little boy say? Look,
It's like, fuck you, daddy.
but I got you, Dad.
I got you, daddy.
And this is Kratos. This is God. This is what I'm talking about.
Hey
when
yo,
I say-
that one line was hard
And he's
though.
supposed to be the one
Where he
to
said
teach you how to be a better
when he said
father.
death can have me
Right.
when it's earned me, I was like, oh okay,
Yeah.
that's a tough line right there though.
Hey, now they do have outstanding writing.
God,
That's what
Yeah,
hooks
that
y'all
line was
in.
tough.
Y'all like to watch it, right? I like to watch my son play in that game. That's what I do.
What?
I
No,
am
no,
not
you gotta-
playing
free
for
too, right? Free too. I
But you-
cringed
but you-
at that part. I did too, but I was like, what? Look, this is what I'm talking about. And this is
That,
my
and that one free too. That's Tech's sock account.
right. No doubt.
Yo, because we never seen these people.
We not, look,
Act like this.
this is God of War.
Welcome.
Kratos is God of War. Let me put emphasis on war. You got your son saying, I got you, Dad. I'm going to save you. God of War.
Man, my son wouldn't say that. He's like, peace, daddy.
Yo, my
Hey,
son
man, your
wouldn't
son
say
has
it
the
either.
brain
Like,
in
Dad, you
between
God
his
of
ears.
War. You got this. You got this. What are you talking about? You don't
Come
need
here,
me.
boy.
This dude needs help. He's God of War, bro. God of War. That's what I'm talking about. There's things that just don't make sense. Like they just be putting stuff in the game.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Tech, because you told us earlier a proud moment that you had of your son. I think you need to tell everybody because that was wow.
Oh, he was asking me about Marvel movies. It's like, hey, Daddy, when's the next Marvel movie coming out? I was like, oh, let me look it up. I was like, oh, it's the Spider-Verse movie that the new one's coming out, and it says part 1. And he's like, Daddy, why does it say part 1? I was like, well, because it's a 2-part movie. It's gonna be 2 parts. This year part 1, and then maybe next year the second part. Why is it? I know why there's 2 parts, and I go, why? Because they want more money, don't they? I was like, yeah, that's right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and that's Sony for you. And that's
great.
Sony for you.
That's Sony for you. Yeah.
And all his innocence, he done figured out Sony. Right?
He done figured out Sony.
That's right. You said Xbox has so many games coming that realistically Sony won't even be able to
they can't keep up.
That's it. We're gonna see that day if we live long enough. It's next year. It's next year. Ain't nobody even gonna be talking. We're gonna be having so much fun. JyzalRoc's Halo is gonna be fixed. Well, at least to the degree where he's happy. We all gonna be over there showing him some support. I gotta get back with him on Saturdays.
I'm still mad.
Me and Realist are gonna be doing Plants versus Zombies again. We're resurrecting Plants versus Zombies, Garden Warfare. Y'all want to jump in with us?
Nah, man, we gotta do some Titanfall.
We going in. Tech said he's going in Titanfall. We bringing some old goodies back. Games here, what you gonna do, fam? What you gonna do?
Oh, I'm playing. What's the name? I'm playing Gears 5 multiplayer all day tomorrow.
I'm gonna have to get with my boy, man. Look, we're gonna have to run a team, man. Just hit me up, bro. So hit me up. I gotta see what you about, games. Let me see what you about, man. I ain't played in a while, but that ain't nothing, bro.
Nah, that Halo.
I come in on my worst day and get 30 kills.
Yeah, of course it's Halo. Duh. Besides all the complaining, because the complaining is about content, not the quality or functionality of the game.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Nobody's complaining about the game for once.
Right.
Like the inherent game. That's never happened.
There's one complaint I do.
The best one.
Have, and I wish they would change it. I wish you had the ability to change the sound of the guns because I wanted to go pew 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 pew.
Man,
throughout the whole thing.
Shut up.
Wow. You would.
Pew 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 pew.
No, you need to come over here on Garden Warfare, bro. That's what they sound like. The little.
Oh, I know it's fun.
Yeah, the little P.
Which one? Number 1, number 2?
Yeah, that's fun, bro. That's fun. I put my little son on it. I was like, man, get off.
My son's hooked on it.
I got a game for you, and he liked it. He's like,
all right, we gotta do Roblox now too.
Oh no. Oh no.
No.
So, yeah, man, we're gonna bring some goodies back. We're gonna jump over there with JyzalRoc a few times. Yeah. I'm gonna get with Games Heroes like Gears 5, definitely. And
you jump on JyzalRoc's Halo nights, man. You can't understand half the people in there.
Oh man,
they're
it's
all
too
like
funny, man.
UK
It's
people.
funny, bro. It's funny. It's good.
But what happened to Silent Hill remake? No, what happened to Silent Hill remake? Metal Gear Solid remake.
It's always rumors.
Oh, it's coming. I mean, hey, it is what it is.
You know, his source. Hey, bro, trust me, bro.
Hey, man, listen, man, you can't make this thing up. They literally show multiplats, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what can they show, bro? What can they show? They have no.
I think people are missing this point. That's what they did last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
The same thing. Yeah.
And TGS is was it at the end of the week here, right? Microsoft's gonna be there. Oh, they're gonna have like some kind of presentation or something, and it's ID at Xbox.
That's true. Those 2 Japanese games for Sony.
Oh, man, why even bother? I'm mad.
Absolute. They got 2. They got 2 for their culture. That's good. You know what I'm saying?
They got 3,
I ain't
man.
I'm not hating. Just PlayStation 4 games. That's all.
What's the third one?
They got the Any Dragon, whatever the I word is. Ishin Dragon. They got Eve, and they got what's the other game, man? The Ronin.
I don't know, but all I know is it ain't gonna get no support. I wish I could close my eyes and wish it another way, but I feel sorry for those games.
No. I think we got Ishin. Isn't that a Yakuza game?
No.
Yeah, what?
We got that Yakuza game. I know that's
we got a Yakuza.
We got all of them except for those last 2. Or 3.
Ishin is exclusive, man.
Yakuza.
I don't care about it, but it's exclusive.
What, Yakuza?
Ishin like a dragon.
Oh, no, that's not exclusive.
That's coming, realist.
It
Yeah,
says,
it's
it says,
Xbox.
it says console exclusive though.
It's coming
No,
Xbox.
that's-
No, not that one.
not that one, bro.
Not issue.
Hey,
not
man, why
issue.
you
You're
gotta
thinking
talk
about
to me like
something
that?
else. You're talking about rolling.
Yo, Big Money, salute, fam. You be careful, man. Thanks
Yeah,
for
buy
coming,
big
brother.
money.
Later,
Let me
big
log-
money.
let me
No,
log
no,
out.
I know I'm talking to
Hey,
six
Willis.
Buy realist. Buy.
Yeah,
Let me,
buy
let me
real.
log out.
Oh man.
Hey, realist. The Yakuza game is a multiplayer.
That ain't a
Yeah.
Yakuza game, man.
I'm mad.
Yakuza.
Yeah,
issue,
that's
the
right.
name. I don't
Even
know,
the
but it's
Silent
coming to
Hill will be
Xbox. That's
multi-platform.
multi-platform.
That's correct.
It's Ronin that's
I'm
console.
Yeah,
finna,
whoa.
you know what? I'm gonna look it up.
Yep, that's fact.
I just
Life is Dragon launched on February 2023 on PS5, PS4, Xbox
Yeah.
Series X, and Xbox One.
Oh, it is
Windows.
a Yakuza.
Ah,
it is
they're
a,
still
it's a
doing
Yakuza
Xbox
spinoff.
One. Let it
And
go
what did I
already.
say, Game Heroes?
Well, we
What was
told
that
you
keyword?
like 4 times.
PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
It doesn't look nothing like Yakuza. It's like some kind of.
Come on.
It's a
Yeah,
No,
spin-off.
no.
a
Do you
spinoff.
play Life of Dragon?
Yakuza like a dragon.
Yeah, it's the same thing. That's the turn-based one. That's not the beat 'em up one. I didn't like the beat 'em
No,
up one.
but this is like back in the day, not in the current time.
Right.
Yeah,
But with the same
I
character.
don't like Yakuza. I never liked them.
Yo, don't be talking about that game, man. Tech put that work in. I gotta show
Tech
love to
put
that.
the
I'll
work in.
finish
Yo,
all
there's
of
a
them.
lot of people on this internet
I don't
who
know
love
about legal.
Yakuza.
I didn't know you played them too.
I played it. I was
Ooh.
playing it because Tech made a
You should
deal
watch
with
your
me,
mouth,
man.
Games Heroes.
I've been playing it a little bit.
Yeah. I played a little bit. I played the Zero. I played Zero. I played like 10 minutes with it. And it's a good game, but it's not for me.
10 minutes
I
just
just didn't
boots
think
up.
Tech was gonna keep playing it.
Hey,
And then
10
he
minutes
got to the
isn't enough
second
to get
one, and he
past
beat
the
that one, and he
menus.
went to the third one.
Jesus
I was like,
Christ.
damn. He did it, man. He beat him.
Yeah, I finished them all
He beat
already.
him. He played him.
It's good.
I probably gonna play Yakuza. The turn-based one. What's it called?
Like a
Dragon is
Like a
good.
dragon.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I'm gonna play
nuts.
that. It's
I tell
turn-based,
y'all,
right?
that ain't for me.
That ain't for me. Yeah, that's the Yakuza that's not for me.
No, it's actually pretty good.
Whatever.
That's what
I know it's
everybody
good.
says. It's just not for me. I'm not saying it's not bad.
These nuts
I
are
just
good.
don't want to play that. Yeah, you can keep that to yourself.
Yeah, these Japanese games are weird as hell, though. I ain't gonna lie.
But we grew up on them, so
What, these
I
nuts?
think the dude playing with the
don't
cat.
want them on our chosen system, the ones that we don't get.
Yeah,
So-
hey, that's what a lot of Xbox fans in America, we don't want that crap. Like,
You don't want
grew
these
up
nuts?
with that stuff. What are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Every
Yeah.
time they say that, it makes me laugh. You know, it's
we don't want that crap. Hey, we don't want that crap. Well, what's Halo at? Like,
On these nuts.
we don't want no goddamn Japanese weirdos game. What is this thing, man? Like, nah, I ain't gonna lie, man. These games are fun though. Like,
These
Yakuza is
fun.
not for me though. Yakuza is not for me, man. I play a little bit of it. Ain't not for me, man.
It's fun when you're taking a dump.
on the Steam Deck, right?
Yeah, man. Y'all can keep that turn-based crap.
Yeah.
Well,
I like to play my games, man.
Real quick.
I don't want to play no dice rolling game.
Realist, I owe you one, man. You was right all along.
About
I
what?
try to give it hope, and I know this is off subject.
What?
And I said, on the
Say it.
phone, I was like, look, it's not over for me with my Switch. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch this new show. I'm gonna watch it from head to toe, start to finish. And Realist is right, bro. Again, I'm getting tired of this dude being right, bro. The whole time I was watching that show, I just couldn't help but to hear him say, them JRPGs, bro. Just left and right, left and right, left and right. And only Nintendo could get away with this, right? These games look like they don't even do 2002 games. Like, not even that. I can't even
OG Xbox
describe it, right?
graphics, bro.
But I was like, yo, what's up, Radiance? I was like, man, I just want to feel like my Switch purchase had purpose, right? I'm trying so hard. That's why I watched the whole show.
What?
And, dude, it's just, bro, it's over for me, man. All right. I said it. Realist is right. I give up. That's it, man. I'm done. I'm not
I don't know
buying.
what
You
you're
don't want
giving
to play
up
that
on.
Tears
What?
of the Kingdom, man?
I'm done.
With
Oh,
what?
yeah. Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
I don't
You
even know
sound
what
like
they're
Xbox
saying.
One today, right? ESPN, yo, Zelda though. And I'm like, bro,
Dude, I quit on that game.
but Zelda's the only acclaim. Like, that's the critically acclaimed.
I
Now they
quit
got the
Zelda.
Tears of the Kingdom. And
I
you're
couldn't do
telling me,
Zelda.
realist, right? That's the reason I bought that damn Switch. So I got Breath of the Wild day one, right? When it came out, what was that? 2017, 2018?
Boo.
Yeah,
Something like
it was a
that?
launch. It was a launch
Boo.
game.
Yeah, what year did the Switch come out?
2017, March 17th.
There you go.
Man, I don't know.
2017. 5 years later, another game. So 2 games for me for that
Still
whole
$70
system.
bucks.
2 games. You
Damn.
see what I'm saying, Sick? 2 games.
Oh man.
I
I
can't
shed
make this
tears
up.
for your pockets, bro. I shed tears for your pockets, bro.
Yeah, so I'm like, even my kids don't even want it. And this ain't a jab at Nintendo. It's just like,
Sounds like a
we
jab.
gotta admit this, man. Listen,
It's not for
in
you.
a culture that moves a lot, Switch is gonna always be successful. Look, I'm not knocking it, but I'm not
Knocking it.
that show. All you gotta do is go look at that show. 98% of that show, JRPGs, bro. I'm done.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm playing Faith Farm
That's fun. Hey, do your
while
thing.
I'm taking a
But
dump.
see, that's a waste time job, and your job is a waste time job.
No.
So you got it, realist. I mean,
Yeah, but we
I'm
got to give
saying-
Nintendo props because they understand their they
Fan
understand
base.
their gamers and they give them what they want. And shout outs to them. You know, they able to prove that you could compete without COD. They made their own little shooter
Facts.
with great
It's
success.
trash.
In Japan. What was it, like 4 million?
What was it,
3.5
Splatoon?
is the last I saw.
Y'all gotta
3.5
stop
in
J-Rock.
Japan alone.
J-Rock
And-
throwing out false happiness.
And Jim Ryan out here talking about he can't make something like that
Right.
in Japan alone, right?
Jim
you're
Ryan don't wanna
Japan
compete.
alone. Yeah, it's true.
Almost 4 mil.
Yeah, it's true.
Mad still.
But that's the thing, J-Rock. This is the
So
thing.
that
Here's
whole
the
that whole
reality.
that whole notion they can't compete without COD. Nah, you just lazy. You could create something.
No, what
Nintendo's
it
doing
is,
it.
They got the East sold
he's
up.
interchanging the word compete and win. Because they
Right.
can compete. They can
Of
bring
course.
a game that can compete, a game to capture some of their fan base, but they don't want to compete. And that's why they latched on to COD. Now COD's leaving. And they want to tell the commission that they can't compete, but they can. They can bring Killzone back.
Yep.
And about
Just
3 or
gotta
4
make
million
it
people,
right.
and then 3 or 4 million people will play that.
And this
So the smart thing to do would be to make it multiplayer.
Yeah.
Bro, PlayStation is where exclusive multiplayer games go to die.
But why is that? Realist, why is that?
Because they don't give
Why
it the
is
love
it? Because they were raised up on JRPGs.
No. No. Why is that?
They were raised up on JRPGs. They're a single player fan base.
No.
Yes, it is. But you can tell me your reason.
But that's not the reason.
There's no
You know the reason you just stuck on that. That's why I hate you. You got the JRPG in my head.
Well,
now.
you just tell us already, because not even I can remember.
Okay, no, you do know.
I do know, but I forget right now.
Say it.
I
It's almost
what it is.
bedtime.
Just say it already. God damn it. I'm getting old.
Here it is. They don't have a stabilized multiplayer server. That's why. You
But
don't make
they-
games
Microsoft
like that.
for that.
You don't make shooters to be inaccurate.
Yeah,
You
well,
know,
we know
I'm
that, bro.
And it's lagging and it's not gonna work.
We know that they don't have a server farm like Xbox has. But the thing is that fan base, like Sony has depended on COD for their multiplayer content.
Right.
They depend on
COD is
FIFA,
making
Madden, whatever, right?
Right.
And so they figured since they have the rights and they can sell it as if it was theirs in their literature to the public, they don't need to compete in that space.
Right.
And they never tried to compete in that space after Killzone went to the pasture.
Right.
Right? They any game that they have that's exclusive, those guys are not going to move away from the games that Sony is marketing to them. And Sony bit themselves in the ass with that.
Yeah.
Because they should have invested that type of energy into building their own IP and selling it to their fan base. Because they get the FIFA rights, they get Call of Duty rights, they got 2K rights, right? And they put all their marketing power and muscle behind those games.
That's
so then
because
when they drop a
work.
game, people don't care about it because those games have been ingrained into their psyche.
Right. Sony's not doing the work. So all they got to do is market and advertise and push and throw some money. That's it. It's easier. That's the problem. You telling them to go make a game. They ain't going to try. They're not used to going to work like that. Let's go make a multiplayer game. Let's go.
And
What
that's why I
happened to the
always
Nathan
have to,
Drake multiplayer? You said I didn't know they had
because
one.
it died.
That's right.
Listen,
That boy
that's what I'm
sustained.
saying. Look, man, you Xbox dudes, man, y'all disgust me sometimes. Like even when they were saying the Xbox don't have any games, I'm like, bro, we got multiplayer games, which is a way bigger feat than these linear single player games that they bring out. Y'all need to stand tall on that.
That's true.
Sony, we're gonna see what Sony is really made of. All this quality that they talk about when it comes to these single player linear games, this one track games, when they have to make it open and allow for multiple people, 50, 25 people to play in these games and see how well they function, see if they have the same hiccups as everybody else. They will, but they never bother with it because they didn't have to.
Right.
Now they have to.
They have to.
Really, how many people playing Sea of Thieves right now? 33 million.
34, 35 million.
Right. That's
it. And Grindr's coming out in 2 weeks. You know how many people want to play that game? A lot of people.
Yep, me.
That ground. Many people were just waiting for the 1.0 update.
I got me a grounded buddy.
I heard that.
I got me a ground buddy too.
He ain't got no job. He always ready to play.
but you know what? I was gonna say
the truth.
After today, y'all, and I looked at everybody.
Well, he's
shows,
retired.
right?
I don't want to make it seem like he's a bum.
I have a newfound respect for Microsoft and the Xbox brand now. I had to hit up.
No, you don't.
I said, man, you know what? Microsoft has worked its butt off to the fact that it's got more diverse games on that platform than everybody else now. Like the diversity is what I'm saying. Because what I saw from Nintendo was straight up pathetic, man. There's only one way there, bro. I was like, damn. JRPG after JRPG after JRPG, Bayonetta. Yeah, 3. Okay. JRPG and JRPG. I was like, damn. Platoon. JRPG, Mario and the Rabbids. JRPG. I was like, dude, I'm done. That's the show. And then you go to Sony, right? Multiplayer.
Multiplat.
VR.
Sony.
VR.
There you go, J-Rock. Yeah, VR. Multiplat. Then right at the end,
Booyaka.
2 exclusives for you. 2 exclusives. Watch this. This is where J-Rock was laughing at. 1 coming out 2024.
No fire.
I'm like, dude.
Bro, I was sitting up, bro. I just fell back in my bed after seeing that 2024. 2024.
You don't make that thing up, man.
Now hey, Game Heroes, real quick. Now we know why Sony does not show up to E3 anymore.
Yep.
Right. You see why? There's nothing to show, bro.
And then they ended it with God of War for like
that's what they do. They'll throw out something that's a fan favorite to save the rest of the weak ass show.
Right.
They did the same thing last year. They had that sorry ass show, and then they show a Spider-Man CGI and Wolverine in the bar, and all of a sudden it's a good show now.
Your realist, tell me how many times have they used God of War to like towards the end of a show? Even with God of War is coming.
Remember 2 years ago when they said it was coming in 2021? Ragnarok is coming in 2021.
A lot of these ponies for the past 2 weeks, right? Almost a month. Oh, we want a showcase. They don't
have a showcase for you.
They don't have a showcase. You know why they don't have a showcase? Because they don't have nothing to show.
Right. I want everybody to hear this one. This is the funniest thing ever, right? Because this is what gets me, man. And I know Six Slayer, we talk about this a lot. Look, you got the people out here with the influence, right? And they don't even know how to do it. They don't even know how to do it right. Their followers are so blind, it's pathetic, right? Because you got people out here yapping for God of War. I get it, man. Let them yap for God of War. But what they're not doing is they're not paying attention. They're not paying attention to what the community really wants, right? So I'm sitting up in here watching the shows and I'm looking at the chat. And what was killing me was that PlayStation community saying, where the hell is Spider-Man at? And you got folk on Twitter, right, acting like they really, really know what the damn PlayStation community really wants. It ain't that damn God of War. We saw it. I saw it today. I was laughing my ass off. I was like, they pissed off they can't see no Peter Parker.
Yep.
That's Spider-Man. Am I lying, Shaq?
Nope.
They were, if you looked at the comment section,
Yo, no.
they were putting up the Z's. Like this show is boring the hell out of me.
Yes.
And where's
When you watch
Spider-Man?
their shit live, you see their real reaction.
Right.
And it's been like that for years.
Yeah, where's Spider-Man? So there you have it, people. It's too easy to predict. Told y'all, Spider-Man's taking over. Oh, and one more thing. The best thing that ever happened on the show today. Got to give legal props for this one. I can't believe that Sony, and I'm so jelly right now. I'm so jealous. They did this little avatar thing, right? Where you get the little gifts, the little cute little avatar things, I think. And what did y'all see today? Oh my God. Was that not Polygon Man? I think I got a picture. I'm going to show Polygon Man tomorrow. I can't believe it.
That was Polygon. I didn't even think about it. Like
Bro, did y'all see those $300 controllers though?
Oh wow.
$250 to $275 for some colors on a DualSense.
I know, bro.
Wait, what?
And yo, bet.
No.
What? Yes. Yeah. But listen, forget all that because that's just. Listen, I promise you, if you focus on that too hard, you'll have a stroke. So just leave that on. Listen.
I'm putting out Polygon Man tomorrow on Twitter.
So listen. Sony did the
failed mascot
bullshit.
of Sony.
Yo, Sony did the same bullshit they always do. A JyzalGamingTV peeped the game too. I noticed. Because Tekken 8, right? It looks fly, all of that. And at the end, you see the logo PS5, right? And this is why I always say you gotta have every time you're watching a Sony like press conference or whatever, you gotta have another tab open on Twitter, and you gotta have one for Google, because you gotta check. Every time they do that, right? And then you have to go find the official press release.
That's sad.
You can't tell if it's exclusive or console exclusive. They'll claim it was console exclusive. And there was that one game that was the last time they showed it, and now it's not, right?
Yeah.
They pay for the exclusivity,
They be
right?
up there lying,
but even
boy.
Tekken, right? The EU Bandai Namco account was the first to officially post the trailer, because the first one was the PlayStation account, right? Yep. And so that was the first copy that was up on YouTube. But the second copy was the EU, not even the American or the Japanese Bandai Namco account that had the trailer.
Man, none of these games were exclusive.
Hold on. Yeah, right. And right at the end when I'm making all that shit, he has to go and ruin it, right? It's all there, right? Yeah. All the systems. But it was like that for basically every game. Everything that, listen, is just like what he said about the Spider-Man thing. The truth is, everybody's just watching ZZZ, FFF, this sucks with Spider-Man, right?
Right.
That's what the real gamers are saying, or just like the people who are just interested are saying. Well, it's the same thing when it comes to these games. They are purposely trying to do the same thing, trying to trick people into thinking, these games are on this system. But there are a lot of people who will fall for that. We're not going to fall for that. We're here on the podcast, and you listen to a podcast.
They know,
Okay, we're not the masses.
Right.
If you hear my voice right now, you're not the masses. You know this. You're thinking, oh, that's old news. But you got to remember, most people aren't thinking like us to be on Twitter after the fact, to realize as soon as they see Tekken 8 to know, of course, that's multi-plat. That's been multi-plat for how many Tekken since. Of course, it's gonna be multi-plat. And plus, they use it on
because once they go on
YouTube
and they see that trailer and it says PlayStation 5, they're just gonna think, it's PlayStation 5, and they go out there and they donkeyism and they go out in the world telling them it's exclusive. You know how they do? Put that blue hat on. Exactly. It's exclusive, and then they find out it's not. It's a shame.
And this time though, it was the worst example because they tried to change up their words with console exclusive and all these things, and now even the regular people are starting to see in between the lines because I was watching that shit live too, and I noticed that in the comments they started asking about that in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's too funny, Tech. It was too funny, bro. They putting up the Z's and saying where's Spider-Man. I couldn't believe it, bro. Is it really
exclusive? Is it really or not? They ask all the time now.
Right. Hey, yo, Sick, you remember that? Remember the time back in a few years ago, last generation, when they used to tell us console exclusive is a term Xbox made up in order to cope. It's either exclusive or it's not.
I remember that.
Now look at them. You remember that?
Oh my God, they do that all the time.
If it's on any other platform, it's not included on your
Hey,
Yeah.
J-Rock.
Even
Hey,
regular
J-Rock.
gamers see through that now.
Yep.
Hey, J-Rock. So
now
I had
PlayStation is console exclusive. They were like, console exclusive.
And they're not
You
even
know,
falling
hey-
for that. And they're not even falling
Hey,
for that.
J-Rock. So
Mm.
in 2023, right? Name one first-party game coming out for PlayStation. Not Final Fantasy, not Forspoken, because these are not first-party games.
Bro, I had somebody on Twitter tell me Wolverine is confirmed by Insomniac to be coming out 2023. So I said Spider-Man, Wolverine.
Like, what's his source? Trust me, bro, right?
Trust me, bro.
That's his source.
But you know, the reason why I asked that, right?
Mhm.
Because they're gonna use Final Fantasy and Forspoken as first-party games.
Yeah, they're gonna talk about
Did you
it
see
the whole time.
Forspoken though?
Yo,
Oh
you
my
saw
God.
that foreskin? You saw that foreskin comment?
Bro, that game looks like straight garbage.
Yes, it does. It looks worse than ever.
Yeah, that shit
For
trash.
real.
Every time they show it, it looks worse and worse.
Hey, nah,
Kinda
man.
like Saints
Hey,
Row.
realist, nah, man. Hey, realist. This is what they're gonna do, right? So right now,
Bro, I
realist,
had somebody put that side to side of Flintlock.
Hey, realist. So this is what they're gonna do, right? They're gonna hype up Forspoken and say this is gonna be better than
And nobody gonna buy it.
No. Hold on. So they're gonna hype it up, right? So we know Forspoken is not a first party game because it's made by Square Enix, right? They're gonna hype it up like an
Might as well
PlayStation exclusive, right? And when that game comes out, and that game bomb like a 70 or 60 on Metacritic, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna push that aside, and that
The
game
goalpost is
never
already
exists.
Oh no,
Goalpost is already moving.
are you saying
You
they're
saying they're gonna treat
gonna
it
give
like
the
Babylon's Fall?
Babylon Fall treatment?
Yeah, that's like
Nigga give it the Babylon Fall treatment?
Y'all saw that one coming. He gave you the low bar. Y'all
remember Babylon Falls?
Smack that out the park.
Yo. Classic, bro. Classic.
Bro, but
Yo.
we already know, man. They're gonna ride Square Enix.
Bro, in less than a
Speaking of
year,
luck.
they said, nah, these people don't support this game.
Bro,
Let's do it.
bro, and then you got Xbox people saying, please come back and make Scalebound. Man, get out of here.
Get
Check
out
it
of
out.
here with that.
I've
Leave that game alone.
never seen a company or a console, right, like PlayStation, that has so many games like one and dones. You could go back to like what was that cinematic game they had? Damn, what was it called?
What kind of game was it?
These nuts.
It was a third person over the shoulder shooter with vampires, last generation.
Oh,
Bloodhounds.
the
Bloodhounds.
Order 1887. The Order
No, you talking about
1887.
Bloodborne?
The order.
Oh yeah, the order. Yeah, that was garbage, bro.
Oh my God.
Nah, but really,
Grand opening, grand closing. Like
But realist. The order got an 863 on Metacritic, right?
Yeah, because it was trash.
But hold on, it's trash. But guess
It's
what?
pretty.
A lot of ponies says that this game was an amazing game. But if this game was so amazing,
It
But
was
you're saying-
the whole
you-
time
you-
just to keep the performance good. Oh my
yeah,
God.
but you're saying that a lot of Xbox games are trash, but you got a higher and better score than the order.
Man,
Bro, they
stop
even
talking
gave that
about
game
Twitter
a
dudes, man. Twitter dudes don't
cinematic-
come to Twitter to make sense.
You remember, Sick? They gave that game a cinematic aspect ratio.
Yeah. It was ultra wide to save them on performance so they didn't have to draw the top and bottom of the screen.
Right.
That's literally what it was for.
I don't know why the game
And this
sucks.
was
I
a
just know it
launch
sucks.
era
Yeah.
game, man. This
Bro,
was
you
when,
had, you had Drive
PlayStation
Club.
was 1080p and the Xbox was 900p and all of that, right? And they really had to do that with that. I was just like, yo.
Yeah,
Where
and then
the
they came
power
out with they had Drive Club too, grand
Oh my
opening, grand
God.
closing. Like, yo,
Yep. They
Shut
killed the
it down.
developer. Oh my God.
Yeah,
That was
I
a shame.
tried to play that game because you had people saying, "Man, the reviews," because I'm all for going against the grain. 'Cause, like when they say a game is bad, I'll try it, see if I
Out
like
of
it.
spite. Out of spite.
Well,
huh?
yeah, because
That's
a lot
pure
of
spite.
times, man, the games that they hype up leave me disappointed. So I look for games like that, and I tried that game, and shooting that game made me want to throw the controller at the TV.
What?
Like-
1884?
Yes, 86.
86?
1886.
Yeah, like playing that game was frustrating, but it's a pretty
was it,
game.
87?
It's
Something like
very whatever, bro. But yeah, dude, like Game Heroes brings up these Twitter dudes. They don't come to Twitter to make sense and have real conversation. These dudes will talk about Stray. I got dudes telling me Stray is the game of the year.
Look at
Speak
Big Money.
on
He
it.
was here for hours.
You know what I'm saying? Like
He
you
was here for hours.
can't say it again.
Big Money. He was here for hours. He was one of them.
No.
There you
He left a long. I mean, I
Hey,
locked out a long time ago.
hey, Grounded had a better chance to win Game of the Year than Stray.
No, it doesn't. But it
No,
should.
it doesn't. It should. Right.
But like it
Hey,
should.
Because Stray is not gonna win Game of the Year. These dudes crazy.
Dude, I'm just saying, like when you bring them up and they'll say something is like Xbox is trash.
Yeah.
But like when I say something is trash, it's because I played it. I don't talk about games that I don't play. And so when you talk about these guys on Twitter who don't have an Xbox, who have no intentions of buying an Xbox, don't even play video games. They only come to Twitter to talk junk. Like I don't pay them attention. I give them a little time before I figure them out and I move along. Like
right. To figure them out, that's
what
it.
you said about what's that game, bro? Grounded. Grounded is an outstanding game, but they won't get the benefit because they were in early access for like 2 years. Like it came out shortly after the Obsidian acquisition, so it won't get consideration.
I don't know.
It should, but it won't, and it doesn't matter, bro.
Right.
Elden Ring is gonna win.
It better.
That ain't gonna win Gotti, but it's gonna be successful. I'm telling you that.
What's not gonna win Gotti?
Grounded.
No, it's not. We already established that. But we established it's going to be a great game. It is a great game. At this, I mean, every date has been substantial, but it made me lose my progress, and I've been slowly getting back into it because, like, yeah, dude, I had a whole Acorn house or whatever.
You didn't lose the progress. That was part of the
I lost it.
functionality. No, that's part of the game. That's replayability right there.
Yeah,
That gave you replay
Stop
value.
it.
Yeah, realist.
No,
Stop it.
you didn't look at progress. It like I think the
No,
other
it's
update-
no, dude. It said
Tell
my
them, Gabe.
file is corrupted. It said you have an old file and it's corrupted. Must
Nah,
play the new version.
you
But
don't
y'all
know.
know
replay.
realist was right about them coming up on Twitter not knowing what they talking about.
Of
Because there was
course.
this dude today, right? Got into a debate with realist, right? And I can't remember Resident Grounded Evil or something. What is his name? Resident Evil something though, right?
No, he that's the Xbox dude.
Yeah, but there was another. It was a donkey though.
Yeah,
That
I don't
was-
know him. I
Who
never seen him
responded
before.
to him? Right.
Yeah, I was responding. Remember, in Residence, like I'm blocking this dude. He
Yeah.
ain't making no sense, right? I ain't got time for him. But really, you kept going. I knew you was gonna keep going.
Yeah, you keep the conversation.
So I'm
going on
just
that. Yep.
I'm irritating the guy because I'm liking what Realist is saying, right? I'm irritating him. I'm just bugging. I'm in there instigating. And then it gets to the point where he actually disses a game thinking it's Microsoft and it's actually multiplayer. And Realist said, I knew you was lying. See, because the game is on Sony too. You liar. You were like, dude. I said, man,
You got him
It's that
good with that one.
classic
That was
thing.
awesome. Yep.
right. Just let them keep talking and eventually they mess themselves up, bro. Every
Hey, man.
single time.
That's
That's
what
all
they
you
say
gotta do,
about.
let them talk.
That's what they
I
say
like
about
I
women.
like
You
I
let
like
them
ta-
talk,
I
they
like
speak of
talking in my
themselves.
junk, bro. But we gotta be real, bro. I'm an old ass man, dog. and then like I'm sitting here with this nana and boo boo bull crap, bro.
Right.
Like eventually we got to talk about these games coming up. We talked our junk, but we went and we played at each other's house.
Yeah,
Mhm.
You had a Genesis, I have a Super Nintendo. My Genesis is better than
well,
your Super Nintendo.
that's right.
You gonna play over my house? I'm gonna play over your house. These dudes on PlayStation, they only come to Twitter to say how bad Xbox is when they don't even have one.
Right.
Yep.
Or
Most of
or
them
they'll
don't even have a
or they'll
PS5.
buy one, love the hell out of it, but say they hate it on Twitter.
Yeah.
And
Hey.
meanwhile, they talking. And meanwhile, they have a civil war amongst themselves. The ones that have a PS5 and those that are still on a PS4.
Yeah,
Hey,
what,
hey,
I,
hey,
Killing me
hey,
with that one.
what I know is PlayStation about to be down bad though. Carl,
Uh-huh.
they on
Hey,
the
but-
clock. They got a 6-year clock, and then like, look, they're going biannual now. So even though if they give them 3 extra years, that's
only-
not 3 Call of Duty games.
That's right.
So Sony gonna have to figure it out. They better go dig in the barrel and bring back one of those games. Deviation is in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like
no,
the
what you
dude-
said? No, what you said though? Deviation what? Well, what
dude,
you said?
the dude who helped
Yeah,
head
that
the
dude
studio
gone.
left.
Hey,
Yep.
speak on it,
CGI
man.
trailer.
No, speak on it. You know why?
Speak
Because-
on it.
Yeah, you know why? Because they told me that Xbox had management problems, but when this dude left the whole entire studio, they don't even have a goddamn game yet. And this man
Not even
said,
a trailer.
Not even true. That man said.
They
That
don't even
man
have a
said,
name.
"I'm out."
He's like,
I'm
"Fuck
out.
this shit, I'm out."
He just said, I'm going back to
out.
Treyarch, my nigga.
Word.
I'm going back to Treyarch.
I'm
This
going back
nigga
to
said,
Who's coming with me?
yeah. I'm going back to slavery. It was better over there.
Hey, he saw
And Master
Microsoft
Chief
ball.
is
No,
Hey, yo, I'm
he saw
rocking with
Microsoft.
Treyarch.
No.
They going to
He saw
Microsoft. They got
Microsoft
that
ball.
money.
But he saw Microsoft ball Activision. He said, "God damn, I don't need that money, Microsoft money. I'm going back to Treyarch.
I don't need this yet.
Yeah,
I ain't know
go back
this
to
shit.
Master.
This shit.
Master take care of me.
Yeah, I ain't need this crap." And guess what? Nobody said that place in the. Hey, J-Roy, you know what they're gonna say? They say, "Oh, but this is not a Sony studio, so Sony has nothing to do with this."
At your bottom dollar, Sony want to buy him. Sony looking for any reason to buy him. Look at Haven. Haven, dude, that chick Jay Raven hadn't done anything since I had kids, man. At least 10 years.
Jade Raven was behind
she canceled a project. Now she was used to work at EA.
And she
They
worked
had
at
a
Stadia.
project for
She
6.
worked at Stadia. Yeah, this chick
No.
ain't done nothing good for a
She
minute.
still hasn't produced anything for me, game.
In a long time.
No. She used to work at EA Motive,
Assassin's
right?
Creed got better after she left. It's ironic.
But listen. She used to work at EA, right? They had a game for 6 years under her. Guess what they did? They canceled it.
Oh, it was trash.
Then she went to Stadia, and what happened? What
And
happened
Google
to
said,
Stadia?
"Get out."
Yeah, Google
Get
like,
out.
Told Kojima to get out too.
Get out. Now she's going to. Hey, readers, don't surprise, right? In next 2 years, her project get canceled.
Nah, they can't do that. They already canceled Star Wars. They Deviation is in turmoil. They can't do. No, they're gonna hook a crook. That game's coming out, whatever they call it.
or
It
they
would be
gonna
trash.
part it out.
It's trash.
Dude, Sony is in a spot where they're in scramble mode when it comes to these multiplayer games. See, when Microsoft last year and Phil came out and said games as a service, we laughed at them. We talked about, oh man, and then now look at Sony, right? Now Sony's scrambling.
Has 10.
Sony
They claim
has
10.
Sony has been backtracking on everything they wanted to do once they see Microsoft take the heat. What they should have thought with their own mind, and they should have already had these games in development.
That's exactly what I was talking about. earlier.
And now
They
that
have
cards
to
on the way
execute.
out, these boys, man, they in trouble. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Those dudes are not gonna play the games over there. Sony knows this.
Yep. They trained
Jim
them
Ryan,
to be like
Jim
that.
Ryan is under somebody's table right now doing what he got to do.
Yoshida, no. The guy who called the shot mostly is Yoshida. Not that Yoshida, the other dude, the president of Sony.
No matter who he is, he in trouble too.
Yeah,
That Yoshida's in bigger trouble than the other Yoshida, because the other Yoshida already got in trouble and they put him in the corner. He's safe now.
He in trouble too.
no, that Yoshida,
Eventually get in trouble, but
that Yoshida got depromoted to the Indies. So
yeah, he's safe over there for now.
yeah, they ain't gonna kill him, but
Yeah, he gave them a cat, so there you go.
Yeah, but look, they gonna have to figure something out, man. Like we like all the Xbox guys who were complaining about these games as a service, and now Microsoft. It just seems like they're never the ones to spearhead things. Everybody else gets to just ride off of their ideas because everything that they said and they got derided for, everybody's doing now. But Sony should have started this a long time ago. They got 6 years though. They got 6 years to figure it out and make one of these games stick. I can tell you right now, it ain't gonna be factions. Unless they put it on Xbox and PC day one. Where the multiplayer gamers are. Because I mean they talk about factions. Well, it'll be on PC, maybe not Xbox. And then you gotta go compete with CSGO and all the rest of them.
They could do a SOCOM game, man. I keep saying, yo, and they don't even
Nobody
have
gonna play
to
that
involve
either,
Xbox. Well, listen, I'm just saying, they need to make one that, there's a PlayStation version, but low key or even high key in your face. I don't care how they do it. The PC version is really the main version, right? That's the version they're really putting all their attention on. Okay, the console version is like the side piece, let's say, right? A good SOCOM.
You better
Right.
put that thing on cell phones.
It better be on whatever.
It better be everywhere.
It better be free to play. It better be on everything you can except for Xbox.
It can't just be on PS5, I tell you that.
PlayStation and PC has to be almost more What the hell?
I don't know, man. Mute that sucker, legal.
Yeah, it better be more primary than the PlayStation version, frankly, right? You gotta get into esports. You got Evo. It better be hell. They put it on Evo. Everybody's gonna be mad because it's not a fighting game, but at this point, you're scrambling now. Okay, you gotta make a good SOCOM game. You know, hire some people from the past or whatever you used to have. Red Storm is back at Ubisoft. Yo, you need to hire some of those dudes. I don't know what you gotta do. Who you gotta pray to? Maybe it's Crumb. I don't know. But you got to get this done. That's a Conan reference, by the way.
Coming for you.
That's a Conan reference.
We're gonna cry to regulators.
Right. Whatever you got to do. Just one FPS game that could maybe be in the same vein as Counter-Strike or something like that.
Hey, bro, where are the Horizon Forbidden West numbers, man?
Listen,
bro, they doing good. They bundle
on it.
Where's the GT? Where are the GT7 sales numbers, bro?
Okay, number one.
They won't talk about those till they bundle it.
God of War is going to be
in a bundle.
Right?
I told y'all
but
that.
This spring, it's gonna happen.
That's exactly what I said.
That's when we're gonna get the numbers. Yeah, that's right. You know what it is. That's when we're gonna get the numbers for Horizon. That's what they're waiting on.
Hey, this is the first time we've never seen Sony never tell the numbers of these games.
Yo, and everybody knows
like
what they did. And everybody knows what they did. They just packed it in. So that's another reason why we didn't get the price increase.
Wait, are they
it's cute. It's cute. They got Rise of Ronin and all this, but if they don't even support their bangers,
yeah, that's bad. That's
Ronin.
Are they gonna pack in God of War Ragnarok?
Spring, guaranteed.
Next year they will.
You trying to really make people mad tonight.
Bro, listen, bro. We hear about all their numbers. We hear about these,
and then in the summertime they announced the PC version.
we hear about these 20 million sellers.
How come Splatoon's did better numbers than Ratchet and Clank in Japan alone?
Because look, man, leave Nintendo out of this. because we hear about Nintendo.
I'm just stirring the pot here.
Yeah, stir the pot, but like, because then I gotta be real, and then like just acknowledge that Nintendo isn't comparable when it comes to selling their own games. But when we hear about Sony and their 20 million sellers, Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon. Those games took a whole lot of bundles and deep discounts to get to those numbers.
Speak on it.
They really don't buy these games to play them. They buy them because they're a good deal. You know what I'm saying? When these games hit $30, $29, $15, $9.99, then they start just flying.
Say it loud for the people in the back.
And then that's just in time for them to get ready to try to push a sequel. Because the objective of the sequel is to have it be more successful than the other one. But in this case, this one is moving even slower than the first one. When it comes to Horizon, it's moving even slower.
And did they buy Stray or did they play it off of the subscription service?
You know they play in y'all remember the Oddworld people? You know what I mean? How they felt like they took but see, you know what? I hope Microsoft is treating people better than what Sony is, because you never want people to feel like they left a deal like that with money on the table. You know, because like Stray, I don't think anybody would have played it if it was, like PC dudes will play it.
Yo, they had a state of play showed how many games? 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those? How many of those games are going to the subscription service day one?
0.
None.
They
Damn.
could
get Stray. They can't make any other deals.
But yeah, you know why? But you know why? No, because
Sony never invest like Microsoft.
The reason why they can't put these big games on PlayStation Plus.
No, why they won't?
Because Sony doesn't have the money to pay them to do that.
Right.
Oh, but they got the money to pay for exclusivity.
Yeah, because that's just nickel and diamond. They don't have the big money.
It's not big
money. Yeah, they don't.
Well, Games Hero, how come they could put a cat on it though?
Money. They bringing money to
because
the
cat was cheap.
It's cheap.
Yeah, they bringing that sacrificial money to the altar, bro.
Yeah, because
like for example, right? Microsoft pay a lot of money to put Yakuza Life of Dragon on Game Pass.
Twice.
Yeah. Sony
'cause they
doesn't
brought them
have that.
back. They expired and then brought them back and then expired
And, and,
again. I
and
think.
remember that was
Yep.
and remember that was exclusive for Xbox 3 is actually in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, a launch exclusive. That never came to the PlayStation 5. Almost a year.
Hey, yo, so
the
this whole
SSD
state
is
of play,
nice.
right? This whole state of play, this whole time, what have they showed us to incentivize us to subscribe to this new Spartacus?
Yeah,
subscription service.
that 90 million subscribers or whatever they lying about.
Right.
Bro,
90 million subscribers.
What have they
I'm
showed to keep us in that service?
You know, nothing. But the one thing I do say that Microsoft should adopt from them is the way that they basically push it on you. All these gold people, they're not pushing Game Pass on the way PlayStation does. Oh, you have this, but if you get this for just another $50, you can upgrade. You know that they're just using, not using. They are what's the real word that when customer or upgrades, whatever they're doing, they're using the customers they already have to push their service, and they're gonna hope that they can get enough people to sign up with as little incentives as possible and do as little as possible. You got Microsoft on the other side busting their ass, doing everything they can.
Upselling like
it's upselling, but there's another word, but upselling is appropriate too. But like, you got Microsoft on the other side giving you day ones, and then you got dudes from PlayStation talking about it is better than Game Pass.
Speak on it.
These dudes will never make sense to me, man. You throw me Spider-Man. You throw me Spider-Man. The unmitigated. Oh, they throw me Spider-Man. They throw me a director's cut or two, and that substantiates me upgrading my service.
And PC gamers, man, y'all paid $50. No, was it 60 or 50 for Spider-Man?
It really
on PC.
It really
Oh, it's $60.
$60, and it's just Spider-Man. Even on the PS5, you got that.
Oh, but they're about to backdoor and drop Miles too, though.
Right. That's why I said even on PC they're trying to get over, because it's Spider-Man. It was this first one. Nobody questioned it except for me. I swear to God, I've never seen anybody question the price of this freaking game on PC. Right? Because they even told us ahead of time, Miles Morales is coming this year. So how much will they charge when both of them is out at the same time? Are they going to do the thing where they do on Steam where they auto detect if you have the first game when they give you a discount for the second one? I bet you not. I bet you that game is going to be $50.
They better
all
not.
Over again.
You know what? Can you imagine the Pony Stampede if they sell it for less than $50?
The Pony Stampede. There'll be a Pony Stampede of dudes capping for them on Twitter. That's all the stampeding they're gonna do, because they won't be to buy the game, they won't be to rep for the game or nothing else.
But Spider-Man is the only dependable IP that Sony has,
and it's going to PC. So
because if you look at the success of the other games they dropped to PC, for one, Sony takes too long to drop their games on PC as it is, and that's why that window has to get shorter. Right. But if you look at the success of their games, like they drag. Of course, I mean, like when y'all look at MPDs, I don't know if people understand this or not, but these games, if they're not new, they're selling like 15,000 a week or 20,000 to be at number one or two.
Yep.
What was that game that came out trash that I wanted to buy? Saints Row, like 50,000 copies. It was number one. So like, don't look at these week one sales and say, oh man, it's doing great. Yeah, Spider-Man did great. God of War did great the first week. Horizon did good the first week, but it tapers off real steep going forward.
Yep.
But Spider-Man is dependable, and I want to see what the other games look like when they go to Steam, because I just think that Sony doesn't have the games that people are willing to just go out and buy like that. There's too many options.
It's too expensive. The system is hard to get if you don't have one already. That's the perception.
I'm just talking about like on PC, not
listen, on PC, it's just a whole thing of, for Spider-Man, it was one of the first ones. It was a game everybody was waiting for. Yeah, the price went above their heads, but this won't continue for long, man. Because first is Miles Morales, it's a tier lower, right? And then it's the next Horizon, that's a tier lower, right? And then you have Gran Turismo, that's a tier up, you could say, or two. Okay, fine, right? But after that, There's God of War, which probably won't happen until like maybe summer to fall next year, right? Okay, that might be about the same level as the Gran Turismo, but it better be everything. You know, the whole ball of wax with all the new features, ray tracing, whatever they're doing.
GT7 when you got Forza Motorsport. Get out
I'm just saying.
You better keep that on PlayStation.
Sony's gonna release it. A lot of people have been waiting to see what Gran Turismo would look like on the PC. So I think that
no, it's coming to PC.
It's gonna be after that, right? But that first Gran Turismo to release on PC will get a extension just because it's Gran Turismo.
You crazy?
Yeah, no, it's coming to PC. You know, it's coming to PC. I'm gonna tell you why it's coming to PC. The NVIDIA leak. That NVIDIA leak was real.
NVIDIA leak ain't been wrong yet.
No,
it ain't been wrong.
Remember, they leaked Tekken 8 last year.
It's funny to look back at that list. Nothing on that list was wrong, but that list looked like pure fantasy when it first came out.
Yeah, it looked pure fantasy,
and that list because they didn't want it to be true.
That list, no, Return was on the list too.
And you know, they already mistakenly, they already got some mistakes out there, and they had to retract them.
But you know, funny, they canceled or whatever, but all along was the plan at the time.
No. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Return is already on Steam, but it's in the database. It's in the database.
Yeah, right. The database. And they showed screen caps with PC prompts.
Yep.
Yeah. Sackboy is in the database.
Yeah.
Demon Souls remake is in the database.
Oh, for sure they're gonna
all of those games better be in the database if they want to make money off of them. How about
that?
Yeah. GT7 is coming to PC.
Yeah,
we don't know when. Horizon Forbidden West got leaked on the video. Yeah,
that's probably gonna be spring or summer.
No, I would say January.
Summer to fall. Actually, no, not January. That's what.
Listen, I just want PlayStation to compete, so I need to ask, when will a true Game Pass competitor emerge?
They can't.
When Amazon gets involved,
because you know
they can't do that.
You know, competition is good.
J-Rock, they will kill the company, dude.
It will kill what company?
Sony.
No, it would not kill Sony. See, look, Sony
it's ironic it would help them to grow.
Sony is going to do everything Microsoft is doing at their own pace.
But they can't do a game.
Yes, they can. They're buying more studios than Microsoft is, right? Not more studios because Microsoft is buying huge publishers, but they're on an individual basis. They're buying more and more studios. Why?
And
because they need more content. Because if they were going to keep the status quo, they didn't need to buy anybody. They can just drop those 5 games every other year and ride Square Enix like they always do. But they're gearing up to do the same thing that Microsoft is doing. They just can't do it the way that at the pace that Microsoft is doing it. They're gonna move slowly. I wouldn't be surprised to go after like an Annapurna or something like that to fill their service up. They're not gonna be able to go after EA, right?
I can't believe
they can afford Square at this
like
point.
that.
Who?
I'm shocked they didn't already buy Annapurna.
I don't know if they're for sale. I'm just saying they've done a lot of. They got a lot of games from Annapurna. I mean, Annapurna is a big publisher, but they got some like exclusive games, some smaller games. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do that and try to build them out. Sony's gonna have to buy small and then build, like what they're doing with Bungie. Buy them and give them money.
And that's gonna take time, but they need results now.
Yeah, because they don't sell enough of their games. And Microsoft is not Microsoft, and see that's why I told J-Rock leave Nintendo out of it, because they're the only ones who can sell their games like that. Sony can't sell their games, and Microsoft doesn't sell enough of their games either. Sony has 140 million consoles out there and can barely get 2 million Ratchet and Clank out there.
Shit!
It really is. Just like that's like they bought
Ratchet and Clank is not crossplay though.
That's what they bought House Marquee. And Hearts Marquee is like there's 60 people playing in the studio. Now they got over 150. So they have to build, and they're making a new IP.
Yeah.
So that new IP is going to take another 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, because there's so many studios you never heard of, like whoever they bought like 2 weeks ago, you know, with the cell phones or to make mobile phone games. And then they had another studio never heard of.
Damage Studio?
Yeah, Savage.
Who the hell are these dudes?
Your baby daddy. Look, I told you. They're gonna buy a lot of these studios you never heard of and then build them up. That's smart. But
smart.
But they're gonna have to do something to flesh that service out. It might not even have as many it's not might. It won't have as many day ones, but at the end of the day, they've been getting away with doing less than Microsoft for a minute when it comes to their service, and they still have people subscribing to it. Their customers don't even care about the competition. It's up to Microsoft to acquire these companies. Okay.
Yeah, we know they're not too bright. They pay for online without any online games. That's crazy to me.
Speak on it.
Hey, you can make fun of Nintendo. Nintendo Online is $20, but Nintendo make more multiplayer games than PlayStation.
It's like a diabetic paying for sugar. You can't use it.
But see, see, like I know you really like Nintendo too. You look at a game like what's that game? Animal Crossing. It doesn't have to be a shooter to build an online community. They just have to think outside the box. Look at Sea of Thieves. Look at Grounded. Look at these games. Sony just gonna have to think outside the box with this. It doesn't have to be a shooter. I'm tired of shooters anyway. Every game comes out, you got to shoot. Sony likes bow and arrow. Xbox likes guns, though.
Hey, guns win,
like
though.
Cars, Sony like horses. That's it, man. It is what it is, you know.
Yeah,
we're gonna get out of here, man. We're gonna get out of here.
But Realist is right though, because we got Grounded, and when Grounded come out in 2 weeks, I bet you on Steam you can probably have like 35,000, 40,000 people. I'll say 60,000.
It was number one when it dropped for a little while.
Yeah. If it comes to Steam, the 1.0, I would say 80,000. Then on Xbox, 500,000, and probably going to have at least 25 million players. But look at State of Decay 2. Do you play State of Decay 2? Really, you play that, right?
Legal dashed on me the other day while I was on a Juggernaut's neck.
Yep. Hey. How many people play that right now? 11 million.
Watch this. Go ahead, Game Zeros, because we're gonna end it off for you. Go ahead.
11 million. Like they came out, so 11 million people playing State of Decay 2.
The base is. This was the key. Matt Booty said the base, so that means it doesn't go below 11 million now. But it was 10 million before, so it went up. So the base now is 11 million. That means that number hasn't dropped. It's not going to drop under that. It's sustained. That's the base, man. That's strong, and that's good news. It's healthy, man.
That's what the realist says.
Yeah,
it won't have to be. It doesn't have to be a shooter.
No,
you gotta think. You gotta think outside the box,
right?
And their studios, they got too comfortable to making these movie games for years. They can't think outside the box without any help. That's why that's why they bought Bungie. So what, man? Look, man, they in trouble, man. And listen, I don't want Sony to die, but they gotta do something with these live service games.
Sony ain't done, man.
They're not gonna die. They just won't be the market leader anymore.
Just want to make you mad. Look.
No, I'm not making mad because think about it. They gotta think outside the box.
They gotta do something. Yeah, they gotta do something.
They gotta do something, man. Because look, if we're gonna come out next week or 2 weeks and they said 20 million people play less than four days, that's crazy.
Facts. Look, the bottom line is this: we know God of War is it for him. God of War. I've been waiting on God of War, right? So now when God of War dies off, right, in a month's time. The last thing of their console generation is Spider-Man. Now, do you think Spider-Man is going to come out? Listen, if Spider-Man comes out in 2023, let's go ahead and get the funeral services ready for Sony. Because from that point on, that's right. Once Peter Parker comes out, that's it.
But they don't even have nothing the first half of 2023 besides Forspoken. But Forspoken's not theirs.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's Spider-Man. That's it.
But they gotta hope that.
What you saying, legal saying it's over because they won't have a next gen only God of War, next gen only Horizon. A next
But
gen only
but
GT.
It.
A next gen.
You know,
they
when you
don't-
look at, hold on, Game Zeros. Hold on, Game Zeros. When you listen to that significant value right there, when you look at that, right? Look at that. Just look at what he just said. Look at that. You're telling me the reason I bought a PlayStation 5 for the next generational experience was Horizon Forbidden West. Think about that. I just want everybody to think about that.
Yeah.
It's
Scary,
true.
huh? Scary, huh?
And you want to know what's funny?
What about the
Spider-Man is using the old engine. So regardless of what Sony tries to twist and turn about that, that's PlayStation 4. The engine, see, you know what? It's like this. Well, what do you mean, legal? You're a hater. No, listen, bro. You can have the biggest rig in the world. Like I say, you can have the most galactic computer rig in the world, right? It doesn't mean shit if you got a 720p monitor. That's what I'm saying. All the talking goes out the door. The monitor is what talks for the damn PC. Once you got that PC, you got all that power, and then we come over and you're using a damn tube TV for a monitor, the hell out of here. Right, look, it says, we don't want to hear what you got to say after that.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? The
That's funny.
screen's blue. The screen's got the green letters on the black screen. The green letters you're typing in. Come on, you're like, what, bro? You spent all this money, and your monitor looks like
What the
this?
hell is this? War games? Come on.
Right. So you spent all this money for the PlayStation 5, and like JyzalGaming said, your next generational game, right? The best that you could throw out there, because it is. Let's get it right. It's the best thing that they could do, right? And JyzalGaming, the sad part is it's not even true next gen because it's on PlayStation 4 too. Damn. It's on PlayStation 4. Damn. When you think about it. So I
don't need a PS5 to play that. I can just buy a PS4.
You didn't have to do nothing. Exactly. So I'm like, yo, you know, at the end of the day, man, Spider-Man has to be multiplayer because the PlayStation 5 just ain't gonna have enough for it. Hey, it is what it is.
I wish you would have co-op because, like, if you could play with Miles.
Did you not hear about that? They knocked that down.
They knocked it down. That's an L.
That was an L right there.
Yeah, because you could play with Miles and
Peter Parker. That would have been. Now I'm gonna
that would be epic. That would be epic.
That would have been epic. I would have probably went to Teknoblast to experience that one. I ain't gonna lie, because that would have been epic. I would have had to respect that and be like, "Damn, bro, 2 Spider-Mans on the same screen. Damn, yeah, that would have been tough one to swallow, right?
That would be epic, though.
That would have been epic. I'm not gonna lie, but Sony not letting that happen. Typical Sony.
Yeah.
Sony playing the safe card.
That's an L.
That's an L. They scared.
That's an L.
We're not even talking multiplayer. We're talking about co-op in the game.
They don't want listen. The majority of these people play PlayStation. They're loners, dude. They got no friends. They just play this bonding game by themselves in their room. And most of these like 2024, they don't have no social life. They don't know how to play multiplayer games, and that's why they love these single. Listen,
that's why they love Twitter, bro. I've already said it. Twitter is their community. They don't have a community on their console.
Listen.
Twitter is where they go. Right.
There's nothing wrong. Listen, there's nothing wrong playing single player games, right? No. But if you're just playing single player games all your life with PlayStation and no variety, nothing, and the same movie style games, cutscene by cutscene, you gotta get tired of this crap.
And you know what? You are part of the problem.
And you're part of the problem.
Yep.
And you're telling Sony that we don't want no change.
That's right. And Sony's trying. They're trying, but they can't get through. That's why they gotta abandon them, man. They can't move forward with their base. I'm telling you right now.
No, they can't move forward.
They won't let them. So they just said, F it, man. Put them games on PC. Do what we got to do. But Spartan 117, you're right. After God of War, Sony will not have anything until the winter of 2020. You know what? I can roll the dice on that one. Yeah, Black Krillin ain't gonna have co-op. Nope. Yep. It was supposed to be. It was up for grabs. It was actually.
Yeah, that's an L, man.
That's an L, bro. It's an L. So back to regular old Spider-Man, swing through the neighborhoods, swing from the buildings, run across the walls. I mean, come on, man. It's Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Ain't too much you can do. It's just not. It's not too much you can do. And here's the other sad part. It's not Marvel Universe. It's a Sony cinematic universe. The whole thing is messed up. You don't even have an Amazing Spider-Man suit, bro. You got Sony suits because they don't have the trademark for that. So it is what it is. We're going to get up out of here, man. Listen, thanks, panel, for coming out, man. We got to get some sleep. We got work to do in the mornings. And I like Teknoblast, sits at his house all day eating cookies. I like him. The others have to work, The other men on my panel have to work,
Yeah.
But,
yes.
Yeah, I got to work.
And we're going to get up out of here. Mr. Bushido, what's up, baby? What's up? Yeah.
What's up, Bushido?
Thanks for coming out, straight up. Shout outs to Teknoblast. Shout out to Six Slayer. Shout out to Games Heroes. Shout out to the realest one. Shout out to J-Rock. Shout out to the Chit Chat community. Shout out to the whole entire Xbox community. Shout out to all the real gamers out there. Always remember, keep it gaming. Chase the one up in life, y'all. And we'll see y'all next time. If you like what we're about, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Smash the like button. Smash it. Don't hit it. Smash it. Elbow drop it. Break
Elbow drop it. That's what I was saying.
Right. Shoot it down, destroy it, do what you got to do. Leave some comments. Don't leave some comments. Do whatever you feel, but we're blessed. Thank y'all for being part of the X League podcast, the League of Extraordinaires. I go by the name of the Lou Legal Man, and we out of here. Until next time, people. Peace.
Gang.